देख रहा हूँ मैं। जोशी 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 आगे इधर बैठ आगे बैठ आगे बैठ। ये देखो ये भी आगे मैं इधर बैठा हूँ, इधर गोल्डी के आदित्य वो बैठ पे ना। इसमें से गोल्डी माइक कौन सा है, ये कौन सा है? इसको इधर की कनेक्ट किया है फिर इसको आदित्य वो बैठ पे ना। इसमें से गोल्डी माइक कौन सा है, ये कौन सा है? इसको इधर की कनेक्ट किया है आदित्य वो बैठ पे ना।
I feel second out.
हेलो हाँ हाँ बोलो। हाँ थोड़ा तेरा 2 मिनट में कर रहा हूँ उससे। क्या अरे मुझे सही लग रहा है इधर लैपटॉप में।
बाजू में रखिए एक
हाँ
ये बैठ रही है
नहीं ये रहा
रुजा एक थोड़ा एक
थोड़ा और आगे रखना, इसका इसमें वायर है नहीं। वो नहीं पता गोल्डी 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 को पता है ऑलरेडी गोल्डी पता है।
भाई क्या कर रहे हैं? मेंटेन नहीं
जोशी भाई छोड़ दे वो
दो शब्द बोलना था।
अभी दोनों एक ही जगह पे रहेंगे क्या?
एक तो थोड़ा आगे कनेक्ट करना।
तो फिर उसका पीसी कनेक्टेड है ना?
एक में कुछ
नहीं नहीं नहीं
या तो यहाँ से निकालता हूँ
वो ब्लूटूथ से पैर होता है, ब्लूटूथ से पैर होता है।
तो ठीक है ना?
वो उसको पैर कर पहले, ये कहीं से भी कनेक्ट हो जाएगा और फिर ब्लूटूथ से पैर हो जाएगा।
ये देखा है गिरने के चांसेस
अरे इतना जहाँ खा रहे हैं तो फिर यही करते हैं जमा करके इधर जाके खड़ा गोल्डी जूम का लिंक वो नीचे बनाया था ना, मेरे पास नहीं है। स्ट्रीमिंग कर रहे हैं का मेरा नहीं था, खाली इसका कर रहे थे। इधर मत
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We have with us Mr. Prasad Nayak, a distinguished resource person for today's workshop. With a rich background in finance and academia, Mr. Nayak brings a wealth of expertise to our event. As a seasoned professor in finance, his insights and knowledge have been invaluable to countless students and professionals in the field. Additionally, Mr. Nayak is the founder of Finance Mates, a successful startup that has been making waves in the finance industry. His practical experience combined with his academic prowess makes him the perfect guide for our workshop, and we are honored to have him lead us through this insightful session. I would request Sikandar Yadav sir to felicitate Mr. Nayak.
Good morning, everyone. Can we start? Okay, great. So, very good morning to each one of you here. I hope these two sessions which we are having becomes helpful for you in some way or the other. Okay, it's like I will say it should be a value for money for each one of you. So, to start this, let's start with a small exercise. I think you have a pen and a book with you. You have a pen and a book with you. No, it's not going to be big notes. Just simple exercise to start with. Okay? Don't tear any pages or don't tear any pages or anything. Please write it in your book. Let's not waste that resources. This book, whatever we have to write, I'm not telling you stories to write in it. Just a normal thing. Please don't tear any pages. Simple things, because these sessions will be a bit interactive, where you have to write on your own. Notes and all, don't worry. There are no notes to be given. Just write down basics. Okay? So, all ready? Everyone all set? Yes? Okay. Simple thing you have to do. Now, before we start this session, write down whatever are your expectations from this session on your own. Okay? So, whatever you expect. I'm not going to ask any one of you. So, don't be shy to write it up. Just write down whatever you feel should be the session for you. Okay? Because the show is going to start. So I'm just saying, you are coming here with some expectation. Right or wrong? Yes? Not giving a yes for you, no? Yes, good. So let's see whether your expectations are fulfilled by me by tomorrow, not today. Because tomorrow is the last, that is when we end up. Maybe I'll try to match that expectation or whatever it is there. So just for yourself, okay? Just for yourself, just write it down and keep it. Okay? Written? Can we start? Can we start the session then? Don't write big stories. There will be not many expectations from me. Correct? So let's see whether I am able to generate the same. All set? Done? Okay. So these 2 days we are going to cover these concepts. Okay, we are going to cover these concepts. I know there had been a kind of a flyer or something being sent to you. So these are the concepts which are being tried in this small session which we have. Okay, now the order may be different, but concepts will be clear. That is my guarantee. Okay, the order may be different. What I'm trying to say is, maybe we might not get into like this, maybe this is going to be done, this is going to be done today. So it's an order which we may not follow as per this, but by tomorrow, again you can verify whether everything is done or not. Okay? Is that clear? Okay. So now, the first question when we are here is, what is investment? What do you think so is investment? According to you, you are investing, right? Like simple thing, you are investing your 8 hours in this session. In this session, along with whatever are your practicals. There is something hope for you, right? Or is it just for time pass? Let's hope so not. So there is something which is planned by you, or something you are here for knowledge, correct? So now, when I am talking about investments, I am talking about investments in the financial securities. Now when we say financial securities, like, you know, now some of you will be knowing everything here, correct? And some of you will be knowing nothing here. And some are in that middle category which is there. Do you agree? Yes. 3 different categories of people here in this class right now, and some. So technically, if you see, why are we investing? Or what is the main purpose of investment? What is the main purpose of investment? Just to lose money? No, right? We are looking for returns, right? That expectation that the money will increase in future. So when we say increase in future means what? Growth, right? But then what I am trying to make you understand is, it's not going to be every day where 1000 will become 2000 automatically. That is where we have to kind of segregate ourselves from the others. We are talking as investors here and not as traders. Okay, some people have that mindset that whatever I will put my money in, it should be double. We are not doing gambling here. Okay, we are not doing gambling here. We are putting 100, getting 1000. Putting 1000, getting 10,000. Luck is not that great with every one of us. Okay, so let's try and understand how can we go it. So now, when you invest, when is the idea to invest? Like now, if I talk about your age people, let's talk about your parents. Now, when I'm talking about, let's say my parents, for example. My parents were able to invest, Now, that was when possible. They used to earn an income wherever they were working. Then after income was what? Expenses. And then there was savings. Do you agree? Now the equation has changed. What is the equation right now? Income minus savings is equal to expenses. Why? Do you agree? At least 5% of this class? I'll repeat again. Income minus savings is equal to expenses. Is mathematically the equation correct? Income minus expense is equal to savings? Yes. Now, savings has come here, expense has gone there. Mathematically, am I correct? Yes. Practically, am I correct? Yes. Do you think so? Practically, it is also possible? Yes or no? Are we still looking after our expenses earlier and then looking at savings? Yes, we are doing that. But in this, do you feel we'll reach somewhere? Let's see if we can. So, when we are talking about, I just use the word hope, right? When I said the word hope, which is there, now when I am talking about the word hope, hope refers to what? An anticipation of increase in the value over time. Now when I am saying over time, like simple example, FDs, bank FDs. What is the commitment given by a bank? What is the commitment given by a bank? Can anyone tell me? Specific time period. Is it like 1 year? Is it like 2 years? Is it like 5 years? Yes, just an example. So the word over time I am saying. The value which will be there is over time. Okay. Sometimes in stock market, today you buy the share, tomorrow the price increases. Right? But then do we invest in that is important, or are we losing an opportunity for that is important, or we have to create an opportunity on our own. That's what the whole idea is. Okay, let's see that in these 2 days, how can we make the maximum benefit out of it. Now, when you are investing, are we doing an investment randomly, or do we have something specific in mind? आज तक बहुत लोगों ने, like I'm using these words, most of us, we don't know what we are doing. It can be like he is investing, looking at him, I am investing. Am I correct? He has invested in gold, I am also looking for gold. But what if I don't know whether gold is the right thing for me or no? Is it happening? He has bought the shares of a particular company, I am also investing blindly. Do we follow that also? Do we follow that? At least some of us? Yes. So where is this word there in our investment plan? Is it there? Is the word in objective there in our plan? What does objective means? Basic grammar. Aim, goal, all these things are there, correct? How many of you agree to this, or how many of you have started investing in this class with a goal in your mind? With a goal in your mind. So I see one here. How much is the class strength right now? 5%. Are we even matching 5% of where the entire class is? No, right? At the moment, at least no. Maybe now we will be 100% towards that. I hope that, and let's see how we can do it. This is what is investment for me. This is what is investment for me. You start at a very early stage of your life for this benefit later on. Look at certain people, how they are taking the advantage of the investments right now. Okay, like there is struggle. Okay, there is struggle, but once you start earning it, you can take the benefits out of it. Do you believe this is possible? Yes. Do you believe this is possible? What is the average age here in this class right now? I am asking average age. 1920. Right? What if I say you can start right now? What if I say you can start right now? How many of you do you think so it is practically possible? Now you say I don't have money to invest. Do you agree to this point also? Do you agree to this point also? One simple question if I ask you, you spend 500 on yourself every month? Do you spend 500 on yourself every month? Like, do you go to KFC? Do you go to McDonald's? Do you go to Domino's? Yes? Or even any other place which is there. What is that 500 giving you? Correct. Someone said pleasure, someone said an experience, someone said nothing also. Correct? What if I say that 500 is invested by you in a mutual fund every month? That 500 is invested by you in mutual fund. When I come to mutual fund, I'll give you one case, live example which is there. Okay, of where the investments were and where that person is right now. That person is also one of my students. So that story will come later on. But coming back, this is investment in reality, provided you have one big word with you. Which is that big word in your life? Patience. And not greed. These two words separate an investor and a trader. How many of you agree to this? At least those who are in the market, at least some of you invest in the market. Investment and trading is two words which are related to two technical terms. One is patience and one is the greed. Okay? Most of us have that greed aspect. How many of you know one famous personality, late Rakesh Jhunjhunwala? How much has he earned? Okay, those who know, they know his net worth, right? Or whatever he has earned. Now, if I say Rakesh Jhunjhunwala bought a share at 10 rupees. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala bought a share at 10 rupees. You are aware about that share at 30 rupees. You are aware about the share at 30 rupees. By that time, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala has already earned how much? 20 rupees. Or in percentage terms, how much? 200, right? 200% he has earned. You have entered at 30. What if 32 where Rakesh Jhunjhunwala exists? What was your aim? And because of Rakesh Jhunjhunwala exiting from the stock, others are also exiting and your loss is started. ये भी होता है? It's life, right? So, on what are we believing is also important. Those people sometimes, like example, he will say, sorry for using the example. So he will say, I bought a share of a particular company. At what price will he reveal to me? At what price will he reveal to me? Maybe sometimes, right or wrong? It may be sometimes that this person will reveal at what price he has bought. If he is smart, he will not. If he is smart, he will not. He will like to see the stock going up. Then he will start speaking to the people. What will he start saying? अरे मैंने ये शेयर में इन्वेस्ट किया था, या मेरा इन्वेस्टमेंट ये शेयर में है. Hello? Can you hear me? Yes, better. Okay. So coming back, let's go ahead and understand how can we explore the word investment. Okay. So what have we learned right now? One basic thing. There has to be a objective. First part. First takeaway from this session. There has to be an objective of your investment. Correct? Okay. Now why we need to invest? Again, one activity in your book. Why we need to invest. So what I want you to do is, now I gave you an objective, right? The word objective. So when I say a word objective, let's say an objective or a goal for him is to buy a car. Okay. The objective for him is to have his own house. What I want you to do is list down your objectives. I will give you 2-3 minutes. Think whatever you want. Maybe it could be a vacation, a family vacation. Maybe it could be buying gold for yourself. All these, whatever is in your mind is in your book. None of you are going to answer me anything. Because I don't want keep asking questions to people. What have you written? What have you written? It is your say. But you have questions, you can definitely ask me. I will help you that. Okay. So I hope now you have understood what I want. Correct? So please write for yourself. Okay, write for yourself, not for the others. Again, it's an individual task. Okay? All good? Think what is possible for you, what you want to achieve. Think what you can do. Okay? I give you certain examples, then we will see what is there. Okay? Good to go? Start writing. It can be any idea. It can be any idea. Someone wants to start a business. There could be any. Therefore, I said I'm not going to ask anyone. Whatever you feel, you write for yourself. Okay? But let's go ahead. No goals? So you wrote very good. Done? How many are still writing, still figuring out whether it is possible or no? All done? All okay? Can I go ahead? Siddesh, you wrote? How many? 4, 5? Good, 4. I know him because I've taught him, therefore I just said his name. Adil? Good. Three. Okay, fine. So let's. Are these there? Check. Are these there, or any other additional thing for you, or is it on the similar lines for you? Something different. Okay. Now let's ask a question to those people who have certain goals which are different, because this is as per a survey why people needs to invest. Are you understanding what did I say right now? This is the common thing which is there, or these are the common goals for which we need money. That's what the survey says. So if your ideas are something different, maybe I will use it in the next class with someone else. If your plans are something else, are they or are they in the same nucleus which is there? Almost similar. Okay, we'll forget the word English here, it's okay. But otherwise, are they there? For you, for others. Okay, everyone dreams of this. Everyone wants this. How many are achieving this? How many are able to achieve it? Is what the plan is. Is this clear? So can we go ahead? Is it going fast for you or all good? Okay. Now let's take that exercise ahead. Now these are the two words. Okay. These are the two words, need or desire. Okay. Now I know some people are science background people here. Some are commerce background people here. I just got a, what you say, kind of number from here. Commerce people, please raise your hands. Commerce people, please raise your hands. Okay. 11th standard commerce. 11th standard commerce, economics. 3 words. Right? 3 words. Right? So, are you going to give an example or should I give an example for this? Commerce students, let's Science students, let's take their test here. Let's say where these two words are for them. Where these two words are for them. Yes, which commerce students is trying? Yes? Demand, but now I want you guys to explain your peers, that is your friends, whoever are here in this class, what are these two words? Science students, you don't know them, right? Need and desire. In economics, I am talking in economic sense, I am not talking in general sense. You will give me a Google answer, need refers to this, sir. Want, desire refers to. No, I want you to understand, and if possible, the basic thing in everyone's head will be an example. So if you can help me with an example for this, they will understand the concept. Obviously, I will give by myself, but if you can help me out, good enough. Who will try? Yes, ma'am?
So needs is basically cooking kapda and makan for everyone.
Okay.
Desire is just having a long vacation and
Okay. Okay. ठीक है. Anyone else wants to try? Commerce people. Commerce people, come on. Which commerce people wants to try? See, there is not a wrong answer. I didn't say no to her, but I'm just looking for a polished answer here. Okay? Like he said demand. Did I say it was wrong? He gave me from where the concept is. Yes?
Need is like a necessity.
Okay.
We can't live without the need, but like,
Okay.
like let's say.
And what is?
we need a- And like want is let's say a luxury, like a car, a washing machine.
Okay. So need is you are thirsty. Want is to drink water. Desire is to have Bisleri. Science students, you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Science students, you understood three words: want, desire, needs. Again, I'll repeat. What was the basic thing? Want was what? You are thirsty, right? Need was what? To drink water. Desire is what? To have Bisleri. Like we have some kind of reservations, right? Sometimes when we go to a restaurant, eat pani peena hai. That is a desire, right or wrong? Correct. Now, whatever you wrote in the book, try to do the same. Like you have written your goals, right? Did you write your goals 2 minutes ago before this all conversation? Did you do this? Can you classify? Therefore, I said on your own. Can you classify them in any of them? Need or desire? Because then we will plan your investments based on that. Is it clear what is going on? Everyone? Done? Done? So now, when I talk about it, need and desire, what is important? Need. So if I say roti kapda makan, the example which was given, need is to have a house. Correct? Now let's say the desire. Where is your desire? It can be here, right? See face. But do we have that money to buy? What are you understanding from this? What are you understanding from it? You have infinite goals in your life to be achieved. Prioritizing them is necessary. Why prioritizing them is necessary? Because resources are limited. When I say resources are limited, every day can you just have, say example, the money which you have with you, is it going to be infinite or there is a limit with you? There is a limit, right? Which means you have to think what is possible and what is not. That is investment. Are you understanding this or no? Yes? Everyone with me? Everyone, all good? Okay. Now just see this. Is it visible at the back? There? Okay. So if you see here, the same thing, the same exercise which we did, just taking it ahead. Okay. So what have I done is, this is just an example. So these are your goals which you wrote in your book, correct? These are the goals which you wrote in your book. All of this which are there. See, example, those who can see it, buy a house, retirement plan. Then let's say this comes at a very late stage for you, like higher education for your children and all. But maybe say buy a luxury car, modifications in the house. All these are there. These are some. Now this presentation was for corporates. This presentation was for corporates and for working people. So please don't say that I have made future planning for all of you. This is the common worksheet which I'm just explaining you. Okay, or this is how we do it. Some of it you can skip for yourself. I hope you understood this. Now next to it, what have I written here? Rationalize. Now someone's plan was, let's say, to have a holiday home. Now when we say holiday home, the use is what? Only for holiday purpose. Correct? But what is the cost for that? What will be the cost for that? When you are buying a house, what is the cost for that? EMIs? So it is an additional burden or an expense for you. Right? Now tell me, if we say buy a basic house, am I right or wrong in that? Because we are saying holiday home, that means it's our second asset. Correct? So first, why not have a big, very good asset for ourselves first? Why not say spend on the hotels or anything when we go only to that place? Or else that house should help us earn an income. How it should help us earn an income? By giving it on rent. We see a lot of villas going on rent and all. Correct or wrong? But that is the idea. If it is going to be a closed house, what do you think so? Dead investment? Dead investment? Correct? Think about it in this way. Whenever you buy a house also, if it is not utilized, it is a dead investment. Is that clear? Yes? So, now if you see, again, the word need and desire, is it matching what you wrote right now? Is it matching what you wrote right now? What is needed, what is desired? Right? Now, what is there is, if I just come to the PPT ahead, and then we go there, this is the major problem for us. Inflation. Inflation. Like in your school days, was this the case? In your school days, was this the case? I'm saying this. Yes? When you went to college, is this the case? And that is you are here. I have just shown 15, but that is 2018. Right now it is 1820, I know. It is just a figure, so please bear with me. So 1820 rupees is 1 right now, correct? Why is that happening? Because the word is inflation. That is increase in the price. Now, one question to you is, how much do we get when we invest in a bank? In a bank, saving bank account, FDs, कितना आता रहेगा?
5 to 7%.
5 to 7%, correct है? How much? 3, right? He is more realistic. He is more realistic. 5, 7 is also there. You are also correct. But bank to bank also it varies. Like there are a lot of small banks who have come up. Like a lot of IDFC First Bank. Then there is all these small banks, AU Financials. So they are that 7.5 category people. Okay, but SBI में पैसा रखा है 3% मिल रहा है. Okay, 4% you are getting. Okay, let's use some more facts. Inflation, right? And some more examples. How realistic are they? You only check for yourself. We are all talking about facts here. And when I say facts, this is an assumption for these facts. Okay? 4% we were matching, right? He said 3%. Someone said 5%, 7%. Inflation is how much? 6%. So, खर्चा ज़्यादा हो रहा है as compared to our income. Do you agree? Do you agree now? Yes. Is the build up proper? Are you understanding where are we going now? What is happening? These are, again, as I said, this is from a source. So just see this. Is it this we are spending? Or even more? Again, these figures, 2020 के बाद 2030 है. I know we are in 23 right now. In few days we'll go to 24 also. This will vary, but practically this is the case, correct? Practically this is the case. So now, when we come to say this part, most of your plans are here, right? Everyone wants to study, everyone wants to proceed ahead. That is the first goal most of you will be having. Correct? Or your parents have given a thought to you. Do you think so? This, which is increasing, we have enough capital for ourselves? Do you think so? We have that. We have to go towards it. When I say we have to go towards it, will FDs help us that? Will FDs help us that? Like, I'll just give you one simple example. Why are you investing in SBI Bank? That is, why are you opening a FD in a SBI? You feel safe there, right? Yes, you feel safe. Then why not share of SBI? Think. Why not share of SBI? You are feeling your money is safe because you trust the bank. Am I correct? Shares में भी तो वही होने वाला है ना? Are we trusting the company only which is investing? Are we doing that? Do you think so? Mukesh Ambani can be declared bankrupt? Mukesh Ambani becomes bankrupt. India becomes bankrupt. Right or wrong? Yes. So if I am investing money in a share of Reliance for a long-term point of view, is it good or bad? Good, right? How many of you are thinking of investing in stocks like this? I feel hardly few. I feel hardly few. Now if I say SBI is like RBI के बाद SBI आता है, मतलब it is India's bank. What else you need as a confidence to invest in share markets? Or make investment run for you? Or make investment earn for you? Security. Who said that? Okay. What do you mean by the term security?
If अगर
अपन हाँ चलेगा.
स्टॉक में इन्वेस्ट करते तो भरोसा नहीं कि वो गिरेगा या ऊपर जाएगा.
Okay.
बैंकरप्ट हो जाएगा तो थोड़ा कुछ.
Okay, okay. अपन जुआ खेलते हैं. So 10 रुपया when you put in the जुआ, 10 का 100 होता है 1 मिनट में. इधर 100 का 10 1 मिनट में नहीं होगा. नीचे नीचे जाएगा. आपके पास अपॉर्चुनिटी है टू रिमूव. अगर आप वो टाइम पे सो गए तो फिर कुछ नहीं होने वाला. Like when you are seeing a fall in a stock, you have either an option to go out of the stock or you have to resist the stock. When I am saying resistance, let's talk any industries throughout the year and what has happened there. As I said, one thing, patience in investment. Stocks can go down and it has to go down. That is what correction means. But if you are looking from the intention कि ये long term अपने लिए अच्छा है, definitely yes, it is. Okay. Therefore, no doubt it may be today or it may be tomorrow. we will come towards shares, and I'll tell you where to invest also. Matlab, that is just an opinion. Call is yours. Like this example which I gave you of SBI right now, ऐसे बहुत सारे examples दूंगा which may help you to invest. But I am not saying कि इसमें invest करो. I just gave you an idea about that. Okay. So obviously, as I am saying, I am not a trader here, but I am an investor. So if I am an investor, like I will give you one example just to go ahead. You know DMart. So DMart, say I invest in a business. If my word is I am investing in a business, do you see DMart closing? Like what? When I say closing, like we saw Big Bazaar closing, right? So DMart will close. ऐसे close हो सकता है दिख रहा है क्या? No. So if you are buying a share, like I had confidence with them when I bought these shares at 700 rupees, which was in 2015. 700 rupees 2015. As I said, 500 रुपए invest कर रहा हूँ. My investments are small. Why my investments are small? गया तो गया. I'm not investing like 1 lakh or more. So if I have invested, say 5 shares only I bought, 3,500 is my investment in that. Today one share has crossed 3,500. I have not sold any of them. Confidence. Believe in the business and then your ability. Okay. So there are 4,000 companies in the stock market. मैं हर एक में पैसा डालने नहीं बोलूँगा. But at least I can tell you, invest in such stocks which have a life. Like let's talk about this thing. This is made with Fevicol. We require Fevicol, right? Is there a competitor to Fevicol? But is it listed in the stock market? So if Fevicol is listed, that is its company is listed in the stock market, अगर वो business बंद ही नहीं होने वाला है, तो अगर मैं पैसा रखूंगा तो क्या गलत है? Is this course going to help you vision like that? Then I am happy. The intention which the institute has done it, or I am teaching this, at least I was talking to few of my students right now before the start. What is this all about? This session which I am taking is the kind of an eye opener for you guys to start investing. How early you do it and where you do it, how careful you do it is all important. There will be a lot of people who will come with saying ये डाल करो वो करो. Yes करो, but then थोड़ा अपने आप से भी सोचो. थोड़ा अपने आप से भी सोचो क्या हो सकता है. Everyone has a brain, right? ऐसा नहीं है ना भगवान ने एक को दिया एक को नहीं दिया. Now it is the time to use it. Are you understanding? Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead of inflation right now. Okay. This is what happens every year. This is what happens every year. Now see these two big numbers. ये छोड़ दो, ये देखो. Medical. We are living, right? We are living. Our expenses will be there in medical. Correct? Look at the number. Look at the number. This is percentage. 12% every year rise हो रहा है. How much is SBI giving you? 4%. How much did that FD give you? 7%. उससे ऊपर और कुछ मिल रहा है क्या बैंक में पैसा रख के? So should we not keep money in the bank? We should. because तो फिर हम वो पेटीएम जीपे कैसे करेंगे? करेक्ट और वो भी तो करना है ना अपने को. We are moving towards digital India. पैसा तो बैंक में होना चाहिए. कितना होना चाहिए वो तुम्हारे ऊपर है. That I can't say. Are you understanding this? Okay. So, can we beat inflation? What is the seminar all about? Can we beat inflation? Yes, sir. हो सकता है. If we can. The answer is yes. How is that possible? How is that possible? Simple. Here is the answer. Invest in financial instruments. So this all thing which we have to do is think in that way. Okay. So I hope the thought processes are there. Everyone is understanding. Is it going fast for you, or you are still all right, all okay? It's going to be a big session, I know. So I hope everyone maintains the same consistency of understanding which is. Can we go ahead? So now this is how it starts. This is how it starts. So there are three types of goals. Okay. Now again, the same paper which you have, three types of goals. When I say three types of goals, look at the time frame. Short-term goal. What is a short-term goal? A goal which can be accomplished within 1 year. Okay, a goal which can be accomplished within 1 year. So let's say a simple goal for me is to say next year in Diwali, I want to have say 20 or 30,000 cash with me. Example, emergency fund. Like there is no word here mentioned. Like 20 or 30,000 in form of, or let's say my vision is next Diwali mein I should buy gold. Next Diwali mein I should buy gold. Now next Diwali, October, another 10 months to go. Okay, another 10 months to go. I need to have that money. What am I doing? I am having a plan in my mind. कि क्या करना है? I am having a plan in my mind. So let's see whether it is how can I achieve it. Are you understanding? Then what are we saying? Mid-term goals. Now what will be a mid-term goals? It will take some time. It will take some time, like 4 to 5 years. Okay, or one year से लेके 5 years तक. Let's say your higher education. Your higher education plan. So in the next 3-4 years is what you are planning on higher education. Am I correct? Because this goals is something like buying a house. Long-term goals. Is it helping you to understand what is your priority? Because आपके resources are limited. Again, I am coming to the fact, your resources are limited. So if your resources are limited, what are you doing? Using them effectively. Am I right? Are you using them effectively? Like if I put this goal here, if I say buying a house pehle, and then something else, what is happening in this? What is happening in this? Are we missing achieving these small goals and having some kind of satisfaction of our life? Yes. Like let's say the goal is to have a house in Nariman Point, or the goal is to have a house in say this Worli Sea Face which is there. But in that there is a capacity for me to buy a house in my local area, but I am avoiding that. Possible? Yes. Or something which is a very big goals can be achieved through small goals also. Are we missing that trick? Are we missing that thing? Or like example, let's say okay, I'll come to that slide. I think next slide is on that. Yes. All of us are smart, right? Now don't judge yourself. I know all of you are. So when I say all of you are smart, in goals also there is smart. Now why did I open this slide right now? Let's talk about this. Or let's talk about you, say one of you have written, say suppose vacation abroad. Vacation abroad. Now abroad means outside India, right? Correct. It can be, there are close to 200 countries in the world. It can be anywhere. Now, if I say it is not time based, what will happen? If I say it is not time based, when I say time based, out of smart, T stands for time based. What will happen? Your age will pass by, still that vacation will not come. Am I correct or wrong? Your age will pass by, still that vacation will not come. Similarly, let's talk about this word relevant. What does relevant means here? What does relevant means here? What does relevant means here? Think. Relevant means not worth or worth. Yeah?
Sir, I'm not a musician, but I want a guitar.
Okay.
It's not relevant to me, but it's something
Okay. If you see here, align your values and long-term objectives, that is okay. English, forget that. So when we say relevant, it should be like example, these two are combined. achievable as per, also it has to be relevant, that is, it has to be possible. Now, if I say, I want to spend 5 rupees only on a vada pav, relevant? No, right? Or if I say, I want to buy SBI when the price of the stock is 100 rupees only. Hoga? Adit, what do you think, sir? No. So that is what we talk about relevant. Are you understanding? When I say our goals, that goals have to be relevant also. Means they have to be achievable. Why will they be achievable? If they are relevant. Do you agree? If your goals are relevant, then it is achievable. Yes? Like, my goal is to have a truck, but for what purpose? Is the goal relevant? Why should I keep saving money? Am I going to start a delivery business? Or should I park the truck outside my house? Is it going to have some purpose? Are you understanding the word relevant now? Yes? When I say the word specific, what was specific? Buying a house. Where did we mention? Where did we mention? No. So when we say specific, it is helping us move in a direction. Correct? I want to go for a vacation. Where? Because each country's expense are different. So your planning will be based on that. Like if I say someone wants to go to Dubai, it can be in say thousands. 60,000, 70,000, you can go to Dubai. But if it comes US, it will be in lakhs. Do you agree? Yes. So that is what, when we say, we have to be specific. At the same time, measurable. What is measurable? What is measurable? Your investment should be measurable. If I say this, your investment should be measurable. What does measurable means? Sorry? Yeah, if I say you have to quantify that, okay, you have to quantify that. Keep, like example, if I say I invested in the shares, but I am not able to understand whether it is a good investment or bad. How will we say that it is good or bad? At what price you bought, what price you sold, whatever is the returns can justify whether it is good or bad. Simple? Yes, are you understanding? So is now all your goals going to be like this? All the smart people here will put your goals also in this way, smart way. Clear? How many knew this concept? How many knew this concept? So something new? All good? Okay. Okay. Now let's say all of you are investing, or at least some of you are investing. Let's say this sir, he was having a risk in his mind, right? You said. So what will be the 3 things which you will keep in mind when you want to invest? What is the plan in your mind when you want to invest? What could be the 3 things in your mind? Like I gave you the example of SBI. What was the first thing which should I keep in mind? Or why are you guys scared to invest in the market? Safe, security, okay. So it's right, one of the 3 things is securities, but I'm just avoiding it because एक slide में 3 आ जाए immediately on one click. So I'm just asking for answers, then I'll show. Okay. So safety, security is one of them, which is correct. The remaining 2 are pending. Returns. Okay, good. Returns. So I want returns also. Perfect. And else, what else? 3rd thing. Returns, fluctuations. Okay. Consistency. Okay, right. This is more important. So, like example, now the IPL auctions are taken place, right? You want a player who's consistent or one season player? Consistent, right? Because if you are the auction, you are the teams, you like to have a player on a long-term point of view. But it's not going to be a bad thing, right? Yes. Should we check that? Where are we? Anyone wants to add on, or can I go ahead? This side, all good? We said safety, right? Someone said safety, security, covered? Someone said, like I said, I give you the example of a house, right? You are buying the house, and what did we say? If there is no income from you, it is a dead investment. Correct? Think about it. People buy physical gold. People buy physical gold. What happens with that? घर पे रहता है. Correct or wrong? It is at home. Investment किया है. Gold में investment किया है. हमने gold खरीदा 3,000 का. अभी जब भी 4-5 हजार का होगा. Example I'm saying. आज का रेट मुझको भी पता है. We are buying gold, say 5,000 rupees का. Now, when we sell, that time अपने को पैसा आने वाला है. वही गोल्ड घर पे रखा तो क्या होने वाला है? It's a dead investment. Correct. If I say we invest in the government bonds of gold, that is HGB bonds which are there. Gold ही है ना? Product तो gold ही है. Plus government भी आया. Is it giving you safety also? Is it giving you income also? Yes, no. And is it helping you have a capital growth also? Now when I'm saying capital growth, that's where we want, or that's what we want. कि आज अगर मैंने 100 रुपया डाला है, तो वो 110 बने. I'm not saying 200 बने. 110 बने. It should not come to 90, which is the first thing which I will keep in mind. Am I correct? When I'm investing, I'm looking at what? When I'm investing, I'm looking at what? I'm looking at capital growth. So when I say the word capital growth means whatever I have invested should increase. If not, like in one go, at least substantially. Do you agree to this? Yes. One more thing is okay. Now, if we see here, other points to consider. ये तीन तो main है. What do you think so? Could be other points to consider. If I tell you to buy a house, say right now in a outskirts of Mumbai, at a very low rate, will you buy? Say if I am saying 10 lakh में घर मिल रहा है, ले लो. Will you buy? Some of you at least yes. Whoever is saying yes. Okay, yes. Yes, 2 of them, 3 of them have now changed their opinion. कि अभी opportunity है तो let's grab the opportunity. But then after a period of time, we are saying now our intention is to sell the house. हमने invest किया है, but what has happened what is happening is we are not finding a buyer due to XYZ reasons. Like there is no connectivity, there are roads are ऐसा नहीं है वैसा नहीं है, no things. So what do you think so is the important factor when we invest? When we invest, like investment किया है, तो intention ऐसा भी है कि आगे बेचने वाले. It's not something which we will take ahead. Am I right or wrong? Which means there has to be liquidity. So when I say the word liquidity, what does liquidity means? Ability to convert into cash. Ability to convert into cash. Now you will say, sir, 2 minutes ago you gave the example of gold. You gave the example of gold. Gold में क्या होता है? Now also if you have something of gold, you go to a jeweler, you will get the money. Liquidity, yes, but is gold giving you this criteria? Is gold giving you this criteria? Safety. If you lose, say example, by God forbid, and it should not happen, चोरी हो गया, gone? Yes, possible. What do you think so then? Is any product going to give you all 5? Okay, 5th one I left out. Tax minimization. Why is tax also an important factor? Why is tax an important factor? We are earning 100 rupees. We are giving 30 rupees as tax to the government. Our income is 70 rupees. Did government help me to earn this 30? That I should give a cut to the government? Yes? Who's so, what you say, generous here? At least I am not. I am not because the money is not used by the government in the right way. If I say this, like let's take a common example of a road. Is it the money used in the right way by the government? Except defense, which I agree. For defense purpose, I will give some money because that is important and that is being taking place properly. Other than that, is the money used properly by the government? 30 rupees you are giving to the government out of the 100 rupees earned. So you are looking for those products where there is tax minimization to you. Do you agree? So when we are investing, can now we think in these aspects? Yes, I give you 5 years, right? Are all these 5 same? So what am I trying to say here? Each product will be having some or the other difference. It's not everyone is perfect. Are you understanding? Yes? Do you agree? Like example, if I say shares liquid in nature, but risky also in nature. Am I correct? Yes? If I say we are investing in a fixed income product, what will happen? Income is fixed, like government, like FDs. Income is fixed, but what is happening? Nahi hai. Do you agree? Yes? Okay. Is this slide clear? Now, this is just a kind of a thing. We are still on our goals. We still are on our goals, like the first concept. This is how your life is divided. Okay? This is how your life is divided. Think and tell me, is it correct or wrong? Again, this may vary, but technically ऐसा बोला जाता है कि ये टाइम पे पैसा कमा लो. That is your accumulation phase. कैसे कमाना है आपके ऊपर. So this is what you are trying to grab in this period of time. On the other hand, that is the phase, like we say retirement age is how much? 60, right? In at least normal people it is 60, right? 60. After 60, very few people desire to work. Or everyone is not like Amitabh Bachchan, still working. KBC. Is he working free? He is still here only. I don't know why. Correct? I don't know why, but वो free में तो काम नहीं कर रहे ना. Free में कोई काम नहीं कर रहा है. That means, but then some of them are in this activity. Some of them. Let's forget the glamour world. Normal, you know, you will be interacting with some people, some of your relatives, someone who is like that. They काम करने के टाइम पे बहुत काम किया in this phase, and now they are reaping the benefits of it. What will happen with us? The same thing. Only thing is ये number थोड़ा और कम हो सकता है. मतलब ये वाला ये नहीं. This side. Okay. 20 से मतलब just a normal thing. Like if I ask now here also in the class, you said average age is 19, right? How many are working? It's less than 5% here. So that means, am I correct in these numbers? Am I correct in this number? 20? Yes? Okay. Now comes the question, like kitna gyan diya over a period of time. It's almost an hour. I'm talking on goals. Now comes the elevator pitch कि किधर क्या करना है. What do you think so you should do? What do you think so? Which financial instruments should you go for? Directly don't jump to shares. Because mindset ऐसा ही है. Shares में ही पैसा है. Mutual funds. Okay, great. Combinations. Commodities. Very good. मतलब the flight has taken off directly. Okay, good enough. ऐसा गलत नहीं. पैसा है. Where? SIPs. Okay, good enough. So these are the investment opportunities. These are the investment opportunities जहाँ पे if I say it will vary as per our concepts. Now put our parents here. Put our parents here and see where all have they invested as per your knowledge. इधर भी नहीं. Yeah, right. ऐसा तो नहीं हुआ ना. FDs, correct. Property will be the thing, right? Mutual funds, correct. Saving banks account, gold, others, they are there, right? Or post office saving schemes. The reason was very few of them had an intention to earn more. Okay, had an intention to earn more. Yes. Public Provident Fund. So you have a 7.1% return per annum and it is tax free. So it takes care of your tax thing. It is one of a thing which we invest generally to save tax. So every year when we do the declaration, that is tax declaration, we can show we have invested up to 1,15,000 ppm. And it is a money going to government. So it's like a basic rule. जो भी आप government के पास पैसा देते हो, उस पे tax नहीं लगता है. Okay, so one of the way to save the tax is investing in PPF. No doubt the rate has come down. Earlier it was 8% returns. Now it has come down to 7.1. Okay. So this is the different asset class. Okay. We saw investment, we put in the asset class. Now when we put in the asset class, these are how we classify our investments. Okay. These are the ones which we classify the investment. So when we say we are classifying, like if you see here, debt instruments, there is equity, there is debt, there is commodities, that is commodities which is there, even in real estate. This is how we are classifying our assets. Okay, what does asset means? Something which belongs to you. Okay, is car your asset? No, right? Some people have a myth in that. उनको लगता है गाड़ी ले लिया मतलब हो गया. But it is that asset whose value always goes down, unless it is a vintage car. But then we will not be using that vintage car very often also. Correct or wrong? Yes. So, 3 factors I have put here. What are the 3 factors out of the 5? One is I have put returns, one is I have put risk, and one as I have put as is the liquidity. Do you agree? No doubt you need to understand them, then you will. Like at the moment, let's focus on the word equity. Let's focus on the word equity with all the 3 highs. H. Returns are higher. Risk is also higher. Yes. What did Harshad Mehta say? So that is this. Okay. Then what are we seeing there? Liquidity is also high. Like between 9:15 to 3:30 on a working day, that is Monday to Friday in the exchange, you can sell the share anytime. Correct or wrong? And when you intend to sell at a right price, you will find a buyer. What I am trying to say right now is, the price of Reliance, say example, right now is 2,500. You are a seller. What do you think so? A price you can set. Say 2,600, 700, possible. But if I put the price as 5,000 and order डाल दिया market में, will there be anyone who will buy? What am I trying to say? As a seller, liquidity is possible provided you give a right price. We also do this very often in our actual day-to-day life. Like we know a certain product, उसका value उतना नहीं है, but sometimes उसका price बहुत ज़्यादा दिखता है. Correct or wrong? We end up buying it. do we end up buying it? Like let's take a basic example of a painting. We don't know, say I at least don't know ABCD of painting or art. Abstract art के नाम पे बेचते हैं 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs. Do we spend that? Because according to me, a painting is a painting. What is so, how I know it is the effort of the artist and all which is there, but these are not my cup of tea. At least mine. I don't know about you guys. At least it is not my cup of tea. Same way, when I say about an asset, it has to be like these three are the main criteria which are. Okay. Let's think about anything else. Like let's talk about equity and commodities here. When we say commodities, what is happening in terms of commodities is somewhat we are talking about commodities and derivatives here. Okay, which we have to cover in the sessions. That is how derivative works and all, how it is there, actual way. We'll do that also. So, I hope you understood the word commodities also here. Because now if I say commodities, commodities also include like coffee, which is traded in the exchange. So, returns are high, risk is high. This is a generic thing which is there. Are you understanding? Gold. When I talk about gold, you are buying gold for 6,000. Is it going to be 12,000 within a year? Returns are high. But can a share from 500 become 1,000 in a year? You understood where is the application? Yes, I just said double. Correct? Is everyone following it? When we say cash and cash equivalents, think about bank. That is, you are invested in the bank. So when you are invested in the bank, what do you see these two words? Are they correct? You have put your money in the bank. The risk is lower. The risk is lower by putting the money in the bank. Do you agree? You trust the bank, right or wrong? Yes, but the returns are also lower. Yes. Do you agree to this? Yes. And what about liquidity? What about liquidity? Think. You can liquidate anytime. Like example, in the night also you can go to the ATM and withdraw the cash. Yes, up to a limit. I understand that. But at least wo facility available. It's not necessary we have to wait for the bank, go to the bank, withdraw. Less withdrawals we see from the bank like these days. ATMs are helping us. Liquidity is taking place. Do you agree? Is this slide clear? Yes?
You said a car is a liability, but isn't it a depreciating asset?
It's a depreciating asset only, which becomes like a liability only to me, like expense and all maintenance, which will be there, cost. Like it starts from basic like parking cost also. Like now these days you have to pay for a parking space also, right? So therefore, most of us now have preferred Uber and all that options. Okay, can we go ahead? Yes. So when we are talking about investment, I'm still here only. Then we'll go to that. Quickly we can go. If you did these points, all this is covered. Like objectives. Now when we say objectives, what is important? Once you decide your objective, what is important? Plan. We need to plan. Like example, if he wants to buy a house, he has to have a plan. How is he going to fund that plan? How is he going to have the money for it? Right or wrong? Is he just going to go to the developer, that is the builder, and say ki chabi de do? Money is required, correct or wrong? So that is what a plan says. Evaluating and selecting investment alternatives. What does that mean? 3-4 slides ago, we saw that different investment options. So each option you can match with this. Each option you can match with this criteria based and then look after your investments. Yes, no? Then basically what does a portfolio means here? When I say portfolio, anyone with the word portfolio? Anyone who can answer the word portfolio? How much money you have invested, correct? In different asset class. Just to add, in different asset class, like you have 100 rupees with you, that 100 rupees, how are you investing? Some money you will say in shares, some in mutual funds, some in gold. All this together makes a portfolio. Everyone understood what is portfolio? Now, most important, which we ignore, is the fifth point. Now, you will say, sir, you said you are an investor. Yes, I am an investor, but then something is going wrong. I need to correct that also. Like I just gave some time ago an example to him about risk. कि share का price नीचे जा रहा है. So should I wait it till it becomes zero? No, right? So that is where evaluating and revising the portfolio takes place. I hope this point is clear. When we say evaluating and that is revising the portfolio means making changes as per our need. Does that mean frequent changes? Does that mean frequent changes? No, because you have to trust your investments also. Okay, like if I say SBI का share नीचे जा रहा है for a particular period of time, is it going to go always down? Is my question. It is going to come up, right? We saw that in the case of Adani also. Yes, Adani Enterprise. Yes. See, it's not going to be a complete loss. It's not going to be a complete loss unless it is Kingfisher Airlines gone out of the market. ऐसा तो नहीं है these companies. Do you agree? Again, still we are here. So we did this, right? We have planned short term, mid term, long term. This is what your strategies are. Again, this is based on, say, for a working professional, but you can do it like, you can have it in this way. We will start with debt market first. That is the next part. After investment is debt market only, because that is how we will go for, say, low returns, mid returns, high returns, like that we will go ahead. So shares part will be later on. But if we see here, what are we seeing? We are achieving our goals also like that. Like what do you observe here? Short-term goals. Now, what is an emergency fund? Can anyone tell me what does emergency fund means? Correct. Basic. So now, when we talk about emergency fund, it is something which can be required any moment of time. So we need to keep it handy. When I say we need to keep it handy, like FDs are the best. Why FDs are the best? एक तो safety, second is liquidity. Are they liquid in nature? Like if I have kept money, can I go now to a bank? If there is a need, can I just break my FD? So emergency fund के लिए if I have written here, basically debt is the best, which is I have written 100% here. Now assuming that 100 rupees I am investing. Okay, so 100 rupees. Now I am looking at fixed income here. Why? Because I don't want to speculate with that. When I say I don't want to speculate with that, because ये पैसा कभी भी लग सकता है. That is in this short period of time. So now if I say you have decided, you know your expense. Let's talk about the trip expense which is there. You know your expense कि अगले साल I need 60,000 to travel to Dubai. 60,000 to travel to Dubai. At the moment you are having 50,000 with you. What can you do for next year? Put that money in an FD. At least 53, 54 बन जाएगा. आज आपके पास 50,000 है. आपको 60,000 चाहिए. मतलब 10,000 ही एक्स्ट्रा चाहिए. तो ये 50,000 को सिक्योर करना इंपॉर्टेंट है. rather than it getting spent, where will you keep it? FDs are the best. FDs are the best because tomorrow if we get a crash in the market and that 50,000 is becoming 25,000, 30,000, our plans from Dubai will come to Delhi. Yes, will our plans from Dubai will come to Delhi right now? Correct. So अगर this is the case, short-term goals है, we will not play with it. I have written 10% in index fund, वो मैं mutual funds में सिखा दूँगा. What does index fund means like? At the moment, let's go ahead. Then, if you see mid-term goals, now 30% in Indian markets. Where is India right now in the world in terms of economic? Are we becoming one superpower? At the moment, we are not. But is the aim to be one of the superpowers of the world? So, which means how can we be superpower? When our industries start working. When I say our industries start working, that means say all these big companies which are here, say IT sector, defense sector, all these started working for us. So if they are going to make profit, अपना भी profit आएगा, अपना time आएगा, it's like that. Will our profit also come? So which means, what am I saying? If our goal is long term, trust certain businesses. They will grow over the period of time. Are you understanding this? So I have written here again. Now, ये 100 रुपए में से 70 rupees still safe only for me. I am playing with how much? 30 rupees. Are you understanding this? I am playing with how much right now? 30 rupees which is there. Okay. Then when we say long-term goals, now this was okay years, some months ago. At the moment, US markets are down, but long-term के लिए अच्छा है. Why? Which all businesses are there in US? If I talk about Apple, if I talk about Microsoft, if I talk about Google, if I talk about McDonald's, are they closing? See, when I'm telling you to invest, I'm telling you to invest in such companies or business which will not close overnight. Are you understanding like that? Like if I talk about Britannia as a company, will it close overnight? No doubt Britannia stock is expensive, but it will not close overnight. Asian Paints. So we are trusting those businesses which have a long-term future, or it's not going to be a complete loss for us. Are you understanding that? So therefore, we can go for 10% equity. We are seeing 5% gold. Now, 5% gold, but which way? In the digital form. Are you understanding that? When I'm saying digital form, means you are not taking that physical gold with you. Are you understanding? What I just said some time ago, gold is a dead investment. Digital form, so let's say government bonds. Interest भी आएगा उसमें. Getting it? Then there is cryptocurrency, which we will also talk about it, because long term है. Why I'm saying 6 years and above long term है. At the moment it is illegal in India. Correct? It is illegal in India. What if आगे जाके scenario change होता है तो? But out of the 100 rupees, 5 रुपया डालने बोल रहा हूँ. Some people will put 95. I know that. Am I right? What is, if you see 100 rupees base liya hai, I am telling you to put 5 rupees only in cryptocurrency. Because 5 rupees gaya to koi gum nahi hai. But what will be some people's intention? 95 crypto mein dal do, 5 rupees ki tarah dal do. Because crypto is increasing overnight. Right or wrong? Yes, but that is not the case. Okay? I hope this thing is clear. Yes? Now, there are two investment styles. One is called as active and one is called as passive. I know this is too much there. In simple words, active investment, if the market is giving you 12%, example SLLO, market is giving you 12%, I want to achieve more than 12. That means I am making some changes in the portfolio which helps me earn more than 12. That is called as active investment. Simple. Passive investment मतलब क्या करना है, वो 12% मिल रहा है ना मार्केट में, मेरे इन्वेस्टमेंट्स 12% तक ही जाना चाहिए. Which means what? What have you understood between the word active and passive? There will be frequent changes taking place in your portfolio if you are an active investor. It may be good or bad also. Because frequent changes means what can happen? We may get the result or we may be not. Passive investor is that who is saying कि जो best है उतना ही मैं ले लूं. If market 10% है, मुझको 10 तक ही जाना है. I don't want 10.5. But active investor is someone who will say I want 11, 12, 13. अगर market 10 दे रहा है, I want to be ahead of the market. So when I say I want to be ahead of the market means what am I trying to do? What am I trying to do? Make more money which is there of the market by continuously frequent changes which is there. Okay? Is that clear? Okay, great. Passive means, as I said, is something if you see past performance पे रहेगा कि इधर इतना आया था, I'm doing a matching here. Okay? What should be your investment pattern? Active, passive, or a combination? Today's world, combination is the best. Sometimes you have to take both the games which are there. Can you be only a passive investor? Can you be only an active investor? No. So, I hope the word active and passive is clear. Okay. Major question, major thing. Let's go at 8:30, 8:45 in the morning. We started this. Right? What did we say? That money which is in your bank account and the money which you are investing. Look at the change in the values. अगर total savings, अगर आपने same save किया, invest किया, this is what you are going to achieve. Right? The two numbers I can say, after 24 lakhs, that is 10,000 per month is your investment. Maturity value is 37 lakhs. वही investment में it is how much? Crores. Correct? No doubt inflation is helping us also, but at least it's a good number. So I hope we start investing and not only saving. Okay? We come to this topic, like as I said, now the investment part is over. Okay, now as the promise was, now we are covering 5 aspects here, or 5 different investment opportunities for you. So one of them, we start with low risk, low return. So what I've done is, I have segregated your 5 products based on risk and returns. So some of it will be covered now, some of it will be covered tomorrow, like based on risk and returns which is there. So what are we doing right now, or what are we understanding right now? This instrument or these instruments are those which have fixed returns over a period of time. Okay, how many of you know FDs? Everyone. Everyone. How many of you know GSEC? Government securities. Very less or not there. Correct. Now both of them are doing the same work. What are they doing? What are both of them doing? Giving you fixed returns and having the same safety. Just the difference is, यहाँ पे मुझको invest करने मिलता नहीं है, because GSEC involves investment by banks or financial institutions. But FDs में I can invest. Are you understanding this? But both are in the same category of investment, which is fixed income. Is this our product? No. Then sir, why are you teaching us? Correct or wrong? That will be the question to you. Sir, we want to make money here. Everyone wants. But sometimes the markets are bad. Sometimes the markets are bad, they are negative. At least इनमें invest करोगे तो fixed returns तो मिल जाएगा. Is every day a sunny day? we say rains also, right? Every day markets are not going to be that, or a period will be there where the markets will not be like that, what we say, happening in a positive way for us. There are bad days also in the market, or there's a bad period or a phase which is going on. Like I'll just give you one basic example. 2014 election time. Which government was there? Congress, correct? In the Congress era, that is before Modi ji came to power, Congress era, markets were like this, or markets were negative, because sentiments of the people was what? Congress is not the desired government to work. Or I can say investors were removing money and keeping it handy with them and seeing जब भी गवर्नमेंट चेंज होगा तभी हम लोग इन्वेस्ट करेंगे. We saw this 2014 में afterwards market picking up also when Modi ji came to power. Okay, which means what? That time markets were down, so shares are down. In that case, safety, security सब गया, returns ही नहीं है. People are having, like example, when this will happen, 100 rupees stock is selling at 95. She sees the stock at 92. उसका पैनिक किधर आ गया? 8 rupees नीचे गए. इन्होंने सेल किया 92. ये जब तक आते तभी 85 तक आ गया. और पैनिक in the market. The same thing happened with Adani Enterprise also. The same thing happened with Adani Enterprise also. You are sellers. So if you are sellers, you are trying to exit from the market. What will happen? You create a panic and go. Now, yesterday, what was the market figure? Those who follow the market, it tanked, right? It tanked. Why? Why do you think so? Profit booking. So when we say profit booking, who has invested the money? Okay, which festival is coming now? Christmas. Correct. Who celebrates Christmas? Christians. Or let's okay, foreigners. So when Americans, okay. In your now the point is, in our what you say market, you have these foreigners investing. It is their festival time. They need money. क्या करेंगे वो लोग? बेच के जाएंगे ना? That is what they are doing. You might see market going down further also. But if now this insight is given by me to you, saying कि अभी Christmas time में people will withdraw money just for the sake of it, that is foreign investors. तो अभी थोड़ा बहुत there could be some say 1 or 2 people will agree to this point, or will you buy this point at the moment? Correct or not? Or if I am not able to convince 1 or 2 also, that means it's wrong. What do you think, sir? 1 or 2 think logically, and अभी जो मैंने अभी point बोला, I'll repeat again. It is Christmas time. Today is 21st. Tomorrow is Friday. The markets will go close. Before that, you may see another tank. Also possible, might and may be possible. The reason is people, as he said, it is profit booking. Okay, so profit booking मतलब कैसा है? वो एग्जांपल ले लो. राकेश झुंझुनवाला ने 10 रुपए का शेयर खरीदा था, वो 32 हो गया. तो राकेश झुंझुनवाला का 22 रुपीस का प्रॉफिट है एट द मोमेंट. अगर वो स्टॉक 32 का 28 पे भी उन्होंने बेचा, उनके लिए तो प्रॉफिट ही है. That is profit booking. Are you understanding the technical term profit booking right now? Yes. He is not waiting till it be 35. What if he is that Christian investor, as you said, or that foreign investor who is there, who is withdrawing money? Okay? Who is withdrawing money? He is saying, मैंने 5 रुपए इन्वेस्ट किया था, आज वो 15 हो रहा है, मेरे लिए प्रॉफिट है. फिर वो 20 से 15 है तो भी I don't care. Is it happening that in the market? So therefore, if you are invested in the market and are you worried about these things, please don't. It is a cycle. It is a cycle. Like Diwali में क्या होता है? Market goes up. Indian investors ना अपना फेस्टिवल, हम अब उल्टे हैं as compared to them. If you observe the Western culture, they are more of that kind of a culture only. Okay, no offense to your relatives, friends who are in US, mine are also there. So Monday to Friday is their working culture, and Saturday Sunday is their party culture. So Friday night से only they start partying. So उनके लिए पैसा चाहिए, पैसा ऐसे जाता है. You will find very less savings which are done by them. Whereas we have a habit of what? Like I am telling you to save first and then invest. At the age of 18, 19, which you are saying, so that means you have to start thinking in this way. I hope the call is clear. Yes. So fixed income products are these, जहाँ पे अपने मम्मी डैडी ने काफी टाइम से इन्वेस्ट किए. So this is that product which is there. Now today also, if you sit with your parents and tell them कि I want to invest in a FD, there will be a thumbs up given by them. Am I right? Thumbs up will be given by them कि हाँ कर लो. But वही चीज आप बोलो I want to invest in share markets. आता है तो कराएगा, ना भी आएगा. Rejection could be there. Difference is here. Are you understanding? Because they had seen a pattern. Like my parents, I am talking about 1992. They saw the scam. Not on the OTT platform, in real. Okay, we have seen an OTT platform. They saw it in real, so they are scared about investment in the stock market. They are scared with the Ketan Parekh scam also, or maybe like I can say that time there was not these kind of classes which were held to make the people aware. आज अगर मैं बोलता हूँ, you invest in the stock market, ये shares में buy करो, एक kind of I can take a positive vibe from here and go out. At least some of you may start thinking in that way. Investment is the next step of thinking. So at least I am making you think in that way, positively. This thing was not there with them. So therefore we can't blame them. We have to say, okay, we will not, but definitely start investing. Okay? When you talk about fixed income securities, they generate income. How do they generate income? Interest. FDs पे interest मिलता है? Do you get an interest on FDs? It's like हमने किसी को लोन दिया है, interest तो मिलने ही वाला है. Plus there is reduced risk because security है. What does volatility means? This fluctuation which I am talking about. Whatever the fluctuation is, we are talking about that. It is volatility which is there. And then ये चीज थोड़ा देखना पड़ेगा. Like lower returns. Do you agree? Do you agree for long maturity also? Like FDs, एक साल का भी FD मिलता है, 3 साल का भी FD है, 5 साल का भी FD है, 10 साल का भी FD है. Returns are varying. Like if I keep the money for 10 years, rate will be higher as compared to what I have kept for 1 year, 2 year. Do you agree? Yes. So keep these things also in mind. As I said, every coin has two sides. इसमें भी वैसा है. हर चीज में थोड़ा एडवांटेज, थोड़ा डिसएडवांटेज है. So basically what I have done is I have just given you certain criteria. I will not go through all of them. Like this is what happens. Like if you keep the money in a bank FD, 9 to 9.25 मैंने बताया है, but that is saying including the small banks. Like there are some small banks which are offering FDs. What do you think? Why do you think the bank is asking for money in the form of FD? Bank? They can lend it out. Perfect. So these small banks, what are they trying to do? Compete with the big banks. So like example, SBI, I trust. HDFC, I trust. I can go to these bank and invest. So अगर उन्होंने 4% भी दिया तो मैं जाके पैसा डालूंगा. Do you agree? But if these small banks are there, I want to go and invest. I will not go directly. But they will attract me. How will they attract me? By giving me a higher returns which are there. Correct? Because there is risk involved. Should we go for it? Should we go for it? Yes, we can. But what my suggestion will be, अगर आपके पास 10,000 रुपया है, तो SBI में 10,000 पूरा डाल सकते थे. तो यहाँ पे say 6 to 7,000 ही डाल. Are you understanding what did I say right now? I'll repeat again. SBI में पूरा 10,000 आप invest कर सकते हो. यहाँ पे 3, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 पूरा 10 मत डालो. Because what if you have to forego with that? इसमें एक condition है भी. Your money in FD is always going to be safe. Why? Because government has given you insurance up to rupees 5 lakhs. Very good. So अगर आपने FD किया है कोई भी बैंक का ऑटोमेटिक इंश्योरेंस मिलता है कि अगर बैंक डूब गया तो व्हाट विल हैपन, यू विल गेट इट बैक. सो इसके लिए वो फिक्स्ड इनकम इंस्ट्रूमेंट है. गॉट इट. बट अगर आपने कॉर्पोरेट कंपनीज का एफडी लिया तो ये कंडीशन एप्लीकेबल नहीं है. बिकॉज देयर आर कॉर्पोरेट्स हु आल्सो लाइक एफडीज ओनली हैव अ इंस्ट्रूमेंट. कॉर्पोरेट को भी पैसा चाहिए, राइट? So that is also possible. There is FMP, that is maturity plans are there. Tax-free bonds. What does tax-free bond means? Interest is exempted from tax. Interest is your income. Is interest your income? Yes. You have given money to someone. That person is giving you interest on that. Is interest your income? So if I say tax-free bonds, whatever interest you are earning income is exempted from tax. Which companies will be these? Government companies. So see, simple logic है. Tell me, government is asking money from you. आप government को पैसा दे रहे हो. आप पैसा दे रहे हो, government आपको interest दे रहा है. Will you pay tax on government only to that? तो ये इक्वेशन ही चेंज कर दिया. व्हाट आर दे सेइंग? आप हमारी गवर्नमेंट कंपनीज में इन्वेस्ट करो, आपको उस पे इंटरेस्ट भी मिलेगा, बट दिस इंटरेस्ट विल बी एक्सेम्प्टेड फ्रॉम टैक्स आल्सो. ओनली फ्लॉ इज रिटर्न्स आर लोअर. ओनली फ्लॉ इज रिटर्न्स आर लोअर. तो एग्जांपल टैक्स फ्री रिटर्न्स इज 7%. गवर्नमेंट के कंपनी में टैक्स फ्री रिटर्न्स आर 7%. वही प्राइवेट कंपनीज कैन गिव यू 10%. Are you understanding? But then we have to match something here. This is what the major thing is. Like when I'm talking about, say example, he is earning in the highest tax bracket. Highest tax bracket, what is the percentage? 30%. He is earning in 30% tax bracket. Now this is where we go out of the things and we just pay attention to this properly. 30% टैक्स ब्रैकेट में है. इसको मैंने बोला गवर्नमेंट सिक्योरिटीज में इन्वेस्ट मत कर, इन्वेस्ट इन अ व्हाट यू से काइंड ऑफ अ बॉन्ड व्हिच इज नॉट टैक्स फ्री. व्हाट विल बी हिज कंसेप्ट? 10% रिटर्न्स अगर मैं कमा रहा हूं उस पे अगर 30% टैक्स पे करना है, 3% गया. what did I say right now? 7% becomes his post tax returns. 7% becomes his post-tax returns. Good or bad? Good or bad? Bad. Why bad? Compare this. Tax-free 8%. Tax-free 8%. Taxable 7%. What will happen? It's better to invest in tax-free. Correct? So, when you are investing, what am I trying to say is, do this matching. Try to do this matching for post-tax return and pre-tax return. Are you understanding this? ये चीज हम लोग पूछते नहीं है. किसको पूछते नहीं है? Whom do we don't ask? Those investment advisors who come to us. हम लोग खाली एक फिगर देख के जाते हैं कि 10% returns मिल रहा है. 10% returns मिल रहा है. We are happy with that figure. But what is happening here? What are we missing? Post-tax, what returns are we going to get? Okay, you want to keep this in mind. Again, you guys are also going to earn that much money. I know you will be in that 30% tax bracket. At that time, what is important for you is to understand whether it is correct or not. Are you getting it? Yes. Again, these. Someone asked me PPF, right? Someone had asked me PPF, which was there. So if you see here, safety, like these are the different kind of fixed income products. Now these bonds, triple A rated bonds are government bonds. AA plus are corporate bonds. So bond rating, like example you go for a movie में ratings रहता है. 5 star is the, we say is the highest rating which is there. Has any movie got 5 stars? No. So let's say 5 star are those government companies. As they come down, the rating reduces. So there is triple A, double A, triple B, ऐसा ratings कम हो रहा है. What will happen? Ratings जैसे कम होता है, percentage returns बढ़ता है. Why? I just give you an example of FD. Match that example here. Risk is increasing. So when I am rating a company double B, that is a risky company which is there. तो वो risky company को अगर investment चाहिए, so they will give you what? Higher returns. Are you understanding? Don't feel what you say. Don't fall into the trap कि returns ज़्यादा दिख रहा है. Risk factor भी देखो. Whenever you are putting in fixed income instruments, risk is the major concern for you. Are you understanding? Everywhere risk is the major concern, but at least in this aspect it is there. Okay? Are you getting it? Are you understanding? Yes? So if you see here, there are cooperative banks. What is happening is, there is say medium returns. So there is low returns also, there is medium returns also which is there. So the range varies. Why the range is varying? Why the range is varying? Because the instruments are different. If possible, invest some amount here, because these guys are trying. Now these guys are trying, when I am saying these guys are trying for what? Like example, think in this way, years ago, LIC का insurance था, was pure insurance. Correct or wrong?
Correct.
They want money. What have they started doing? They have started giving you investment returns also in that. अभी LIC पहले क्या है? It's an insurance company. You are taking insurance as safety. Are you putting LIC में money as investments? No, right? You are not doing that. So what is happening in this? What is happening in this? The main purpose of the product is going away, but it is trying to stay in the market. When I am saying it is trying to stay in the market means what? When I am trying to say it is going to stay in the market means what? It has to work as per the market conditions. And when I am saying market condition means market में returns चाहिए तो मुझको product करना पड़ेगा जो returns दे सकता है. But we should not go for that. Why? We should not go for an LIC plan which is giving you investment and insurance, because the main purpose gets diluted, or you end up paying what? Higher premium for that. I hope it is aware, because LIC agent बहुत सारे मिलेंगे. They will come कि ये plan अच्छा है, वो plan अच्छा है, ऐसा है. Think logically, वो main purpose क्या है उसका? Are you understanding this? Okay, this is what you can do. Like what is happening is, you can say about 100 rupees again, 10 rupees emergency fund, 10% that is there, 10 rupees only. ये major allocation करो. When we say major allocation, goal wise भी देखो. Again, the same. I'm matching what we did right now. Earlier we did goals, right? Earlier we did goals, and this is how it is there. So long term PPF is good, but say example FDs and all we can invest. Similarly, tactical bucket. Now when we say tactical bucket, I have written here small finance bank FDs. Why? Higher return. So how much am I telling you to invest? 100 rupees का 20 rupees only in that. 100 रुपया भी सोच समझ के invest करना है. Are you getting it? Yes. Again, this is the same thing which is worked on. You can see the desired returns, maturity period is there. All these can be the something which we can think about. One thing is, see the issuers. When I say issuers means what? आपका पैसा कौन दे रहा है? Who is taking the money? Like just see all of them. Just see all of them. Bottom line, government, which means what are you going to get in all of them? Tax benefit. So अगर आप invest कर रहे हो from taxation point of view and safety point of view, these are good investment options. Understood? Your parents will be doing that. Okay, your parents will be doing that. And they may be investing in National Savings Certificate. They may have invested in a PPF. They may be investing here also. Bonds. What are bonds? I will cover this when we do IPO. What are bonds? Okay, we have that also. Some topics, if you are thinking that sir is ignoring, no. एक pattern है, उसको follow कर लेना. Bonds are something which see. Okay, I'll just talk 2 minutes on that. So when I am asking for money, if I am a company, if I am Reliance Industries, I am asking for money from you. I am asking money in the form of shares or in the form of bonds. Bonds का simple concept है, after a period of time, I have to return your principal back. वही shares are lifelong with me. Are you understanding this? Difference is this. We'll come to it when we do IPO, when the company is asking for money. Are you getting this? Yes? Yes? Okay. So what we'll do now is, we'll take a break, and post break we'll come to stocks and mutual funds. Okay, is that clear? 10 minutes. We'll start at 10:30 back. Okay. I hope till now everyone has understood. We have what all we have done right now. What is investment? Goals, investment opportunities, and fixed income. All good, everyone? Yes. So we'll see you back at 10:30. Everyone, fresh after the break, ready to go for the next, what you say, instruments, securities, everything. So basically, what we are trying to understand now is the company has, so when we talk about shares, how many know shares? That is stock which is there. How many know about shares here? Okay. Again, number is 4, 5 people, not percent also, 4, 5 people which is there. Now, so let's talk about this as an example. Like the company is coming for money, okay, or the company wants money. So when the company wants money, from where is it going to take the money? Is the case. Okay, so let's take your example only. Let's try to understand in your case. Like a good example will be 31st December is coming around the corner. Yes, everyone knows that, right? So now you know, like New Year's Eve, the party charges everywhere, 5,000, 6,000, like that the passes are sold to you, right? Now, what I want to you guys to think is, you are the company here. Okay, we start with this example. So you are a company here. Now think in this way. First thing, the company wants money just like you. The company wants money just like you. So now in this case, 5,000 is the target in front of you. What will you try first? You will see how much money you have on yourself. Correct? So let's say 2,000 is whatever is there with you is 2,000. Still we have to achieve the target of 3,000. Same way, a business wants money for expansion. It has some money of itself in the form of profits which it has made. Which is the next source for you? Which is the next source for you to get that 3,000? Parents? Correct or wrong? Parents. Now when we say parents, what will be the question and answers? Where are you going? Why are you going? Is it necessary to go or not? Correct? Similarly, the business approaches a bank. Similarly, the business is approaching a bank. So what I am trying to say is, parents equivalent to bank, so that it stays in your mind. Your parents are equivalent to a bank here. Bank will also ask question, why is the money needed? Do you agree? Bank will also ask the question, why is the money needed? So now, what happens in this case? Either it is accepted or rejected. So let's say rejection वाला काम हो गया. Parents ने भी reject कर दिया, bank ने भी reject कर दिया. Now what are you going to do? Like example, if one has to, I am desperate to go for that party and I am short by 3,000. What should I do? What will you do in that case? बैंक गया अब बंद हो गया. Parents ने ना बोल दिया है. अभी you will ask money from people, right or wrong? You are asking money from the people, like तू थोड़ा दे, like that you are asking. Same way, the business is asking money from the public. Okay, it is asking money from the public. If it is asking money from the public, what is it doing? Is it giving something in return? What is it doing? It is giving its ownership, or it is sharing its ownership. So when it is sharing its ownership, it is called as a share. So today, that example which I gave you, I have 5 shares of DMart with me, which means I am the owner of 5 shares of DMart. Now that can be, say, out of 1 lakh shares, 5 shares belong to me, or out of 1,000 shares, 5 shares belong to me. Out of the total number of shares, I am a shareholder of that number of shares. That means I am a partial owner of that company. Are you understanding this? So is the concept of shares now in your mind? How to invest and all we do later. First try to understand the basic, those who don't know what is shares. Okay, so when we talk about shares, it is like you become the owner of that business. Does that mean that you can go tomorrow to DMart's head office, sit there in the owner's chair? No. आप owner हो, because आपने पैसा दिया है indirectly. But now you have a right to vote. You have a right to vote. आपका एक vote can change the entire situation also. Are you understanding? And majority vote is taken. But what I'm trying to say is you get voting rights. You are the owner of the business. So therefore encouragement is become owners in this way by buying shares. But then which shares to buy? We'll see that in the analysis aspect which is there. So shares, stock, clear to everyone. Basic is ownership is shared. Who is sharing the ownership? The business. Okay. Now, how do the shares come in the market and all? We have it in the time. Today's presentation only. Can I go to the next slide? Basics clear of shares. All those who are new to this concept. So basically, let's try and understand how does this work. Okay, how does this work? Now, which recent IPO, that is IPO refers to initial public offer. That process also I'll explain. The recent IPO was the good one, which I should say. ऐसे तो बहुत सारी companies आएगी पैसा मांगने के लिए. हमारे पास पैसा कम है. हम सब companies में invest नहीं करेंगे. So there was Tata stock, that is Tata Technologies, came with its IPO. Okay, Tata Technologies came with an IPO. Now Tata brand bola, our eyes lit up. So we wanted to, what you say, kind of have that security in our portfolio. So let's say we are applied. So basically the first thing is, as I explained you, the company is going what? It is going public by asking money in the form of shares. एक बार पैसा आया from the public, these shares get listed on the stock exchange. आज जो आप ट्रेडिंग कर रहे हो स्टॉक एक्सचेंज पे, उसके लिए कंपनी को अपने शेयर्स क्या करने हैं? लिस्ट करने हैं. So when I'm saying listing means what? These shares are now available to be traded on the platform. Are you understanding? जो आजकल मोबाइल में है, Grow, Zerodha, all these Angel One, different. How many have a Demat account here? How many have a Demat account here? How many want to have a Demat account here? So different platforms are there. You can do that. So the main idea is have a Demat account because the early you try is better. Okay. So coming back, so basically what is happening is these companies have listed their shares on the stock exchange. You know BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange. Bombay Stock Exchange, BSE, there is NSE, National Stock Exchange. ये दो platforms है, that is these are the market. When I say the word market, buyer and seller meet at the market. Do you agree? So ये online market है. This is the physics. You do not have to go every day to BSE share खरीदना है या बेचना है. You can do this through the electronic platforms and all available. So basically what is happening is these companies are listing the shares where all these now, as I said, Zerodha, as I said, say Angel Broking is there. Then similarly we have HDFC Securities. All these are the brokers. उनके पास उनके अंडर आप अकाउंट ओपन कर रहे हो. So I am having a Demat account in HDFC Securities. You will be also having a Demat account in a particular, what you say, a broker which is there. Okay, there are n number of brokers present. You can have with any one of them. The main criteria will be what? Brokerage and the service. बाकी सब चीज सेम रहती है. Okay, you have to buy shares through them. So basically earlier when we talk about, let's say before this thing became digital, that is stock broking became digital, people were buying shares, so they used to call the brokers. Brokers had a very, what you say, kind of a time, 9:15 to 3:30, they can't move from the chair. Continuously calling, and the fluctuations are very fast in the market. The price ऊपर नीचे जो जाता है, that is continuously, that also I will explain. First time school? Basics, correct. So whenever a company has to get listed in the stock exchange, it's get listed on the primary market, and when the company has to do trades, it is doing trades through company investor. Okay, investor wants to buy or sell shares, it is doing to secondary market. Is this concept clear to everyone? Yes. So when we are saying through, investors are investing. Okay, investors are investing. Where are they investing? They are investing in the stocks of the company. So इससे company को कोई problem होता नहीं. Like example, let's say a stock like Infosys, it got listed years ago. 1995 में listed हुआ था Infosys. आज तक Infosys listed ही है in the stock exchange. Say example, it got listed at 100 rupees and today it is 1000. So वो time पे नारायण मूर्ति 100 rupees one share into number of shares, जो money आया उतना ही उनके पास है. As an investor, if I have got 100 rupees का share and I have sold at 500, उसमें company को कुछ नहीं मिला है. What have you understood in this? What have you understood in this? I explained you an entire situation. 100 rupees share was the money given by me to say Narayan Murthy when he came for the first time. Okay, so he issued the shares. Now Infosys is listed on the stock exchange. I have taken the share through HDFC. I am the investor here. Today I want to sell this share to this guy here at 500. So Narayan Murthy, that is Infosys, is getting nothing out of this, but Narayan Murthy is getting now a new owner instead of me. You understood how the working is? You have understood this? वो जो 400 रुपया है उसमें से I don't have to pay anything to Infosys. I have to pay only to my broker, whatever is the brokerage, remaining is mine. Is this clear to everyone? Is it going fast or all okay? Have you understood the basics of trading? Have you understood this properly? Okay. Now that it looks very easy, right? That is, investment in shares looks easy. But then what point did we say just some time ago? What point did we say some time ago? Share markets are risky, right? At the same time, if I say there are 4,000 stocks in the market, close to 4,000 shares are there in the market. Some of them will work, some of them will not work. Some of them will work, some of them will not work. Which means what? Should I take the risk of having all 4,000 with me? Will I have that much money with me? Will I have that much money with me? No. Then what should I do? The answer to this is mutual funds. So now what we are going ahead now, that is we are understanding mutual funds. Okay. To understand, how many know mutual funds? How many are aware about mutual funds? Okay. We have seen the advertisements, right? Like Sachin Tendulkar, Dhoni, they come and say mutual funds sahi hai. Correct or wrong? But then what is that? What is that? What is a mutual fund? Those who have raised the hand, anyone wants to give it a try, or should I only explain? Okay. So to understand mutual funds, let's take one basic question, or let's try one basic scenario. Say each one of you has 30 rupees with you. Each one of you has 30 rupees with you, and there are 3 companies which are there. Company A 10 rupees, company B 20 rupees, company C is 30 rupees. You want to invest. Where should your investment be? Condition is you are using entire 30 rupees. The condition is you are using entire 30 rupees. Where will you invest? A is for 10 rupees, B is for 20 rupees, C is for 30 rupees. Condition is कि पूरा 30 use कर लो.
All in A.
All in A. Okay. Where will your investment be? नहीं वो करना ही है. किधर करना है वो main है. C. Will buy C. So he is taking A. He is taking C. Anyone else with a combination of A and B? As the condition is कि 30 rupees पूरा spend करना है. Okay, A and B. So we have all these three answers which I wanted. Now, he has invested where? A. His bad luck is A is going down, B and C are going up. That's where our bad luck starts, right? A is going down, B and C are going up. Or his situation, C is only going down, A and B is going up. Whereas this combination, C is only working, A and B is going down. Which happens in the market? In the market, is this situation happening with us? What should we do in this case?
Invest in all three.
Invest in all three. But then A is 10 rupees, B is 20 rupees, C is 30 rupees, total investment is 60 rupees. And आपके पास 30 रुपए ही है, क्या करोगे? कुछ कर ही नहीं सकते. अगर आपको सब कुछ चाहिए, तो आपके पास फंड्स कम है. यहाँ पे म्यूचुअल फंड आ रहा है. So the concept of mutual fund is this only. So example, if I take 10 rupees from all of you, will I be able to invest in all three of them? If I take 10 rupees from all of you, will I be able to invest in all three of them? Because collectively, how much am I having now? More than 60. That is what a mutual fund is doing. So if my, what do you say, answer to what is mutual fund? It is a money which is collected by a fund together. Okay, it is taking a pool of money from small investors, including me. I am also investing in a mutual fund. I am a small investor. So, because what is happening in this case? What is happening in this case? We cannot put the money, that is entire money together. So I cannot have 60 rupees entirely. ये मैंने 60 rupees का एक छोटा एग्जांपल दिया था. ऐसे imagine 4,000 stocks. ऐसे imagine how much will be the value required to invest even by one share of all of them. Understood what mutual fund is? So what is mutual fund doing now? It is collecting money and investing in the market. And इसमें कैसा है? If A and B are working, C is not working, it is able to average the returns. Are you understanding what average the return means? C is able to average the returns. If C is working, A and B is not working, it is able to average the returns. So at least what is getting rid of? Risk factor कम हो रहा है अभी. इसके लिए म्यूचुअल फंड सही है. Are you understanding these terms? वो लोग खाली एडवर्टाइज करके जाते हैं, आगे पीछे का अपने को देखो. Are you understanding this? So what is it doing is, it is putting your money in the stock market. It is earning 15% returns and passing 12% back to you. What is it doing with 3%?
Commission.
Commission, okay. And what else? उनका भी तो स्टाफ है ना, उनको भी पे करना है. All these things have to be done. So पूरा रिटर्न नहीं आएगा. They are not doing charity. It's not an NGO which is there. It's a mutual fund. But the main fundamental is what? कि पैसा एक साथ करेंगे, invest करेंगे, risk कम होगा. Therefore, they are saying invest in mutual funds. Are you understanding? And okay, I'll come to that point. So this is what it is happening. The circle I explained. Clear to everyone? The mutual fund circle. See that it is same what I explained to you right now. Any point I missed out? Is it the same? Can we go ahead? Everyone has understood mutual funds. Those who didn't knew, and those who knew, did I correctly explain? So this is the same thing which is there. कहाँ पे invest कर रहे हैं ये देखो. Now these are the different type of investment opportunities which are there. So you have different combinations present. It can be like equities only, it can be bonds, it can be a mix also, I'll come to that in the types of mutual fund. This is where your investment is going. Are you understanding this? So example HDFC mutual fund है, उसकी अलग अलग schemes है. HDFC mutual fund has different schemes, and one of the scheme in that is where we are investing. Are you understanding this? Clear or no? Yes? So this is how the working goes about. Now when we say this, we have seen certain people asking you to invest in the mutual fund. So you can do directly also, or you can do through these channels. You have someone who's a mutual fund agent. You have these insurance agents also, or these stock brokers also. They are also selling it. Aajkal you have to be an all-rounder. You can't say I am just focusing on insurance. I am today, they don't call themselves, they call themselves investment advisors. So when I say investment advisor, what will be there? When I say investment advisor, what will be there? They will cover everything. Is that clear? They will cover everything. Is this clear? Okay. So I hope directly आप invest कर सकते हो website पे जाके, या you can go through these channels. Directly करोगे तो क्या benefit है? Commission कम है, या you don't have to pay any commission. But ये it's your risk. यहाँ पे advice आएगा. But it can be biased also, depending on उसको कौन सा commission मिल रहा है. So idea is you yourself think क्या करना है, what is to be done. There are tools. We'll come through that tools. We'll understand them also. Okay. So coming to these funds now, in the olden days, this was the main thing. Okay. That was open-ended fund and close-ended funds. पहला close-ended funds होता था. Mutual funds concept was close-ended funds. Now tell me what will happen if it's a close-ended fund. If it's a close-ended fund, what will happen? Think. If it's a close-ended fund, what will happen? Think. Same work as FD. Maturity is when? When is the maturity? Say after a period of time. Money getting blocked, no liquidity. So that is the reason mutual fund industry was not doing well. Okay, that was the reason mutual fund industry was not doing well. So to make it equal, what did they come up with? Open-ended funds. Now when you have a open-ended funds, what will happen? There is no entry, मतलब ऐसा limitations नहीं है यहाँ पे. No doubt there is a kind of penalty which you pay when you remove the money before a specified period of time, generally which is 1 year. Okay, after 1 year आपको taxation कम लगता है. Otherwise, mutual fund will be also like stock markets. They want to protect the money, so therefore terms and conditions are applied. What is the term condition applied here? कि 1 साल तक पैसा मत निकालो. Okay, are you getting it? Otherwise निकालो, problem नहीं है, सिर्फ penalty भरो. Otherwise, most of the people will say फिर क्या फायदा? Are you getting it? You pay a cost for that. FDs में भी ऐसा होता है. FDs अगर हमने time के पहले निकाल दी, तो what do the banks do? They charge you a penalty. Same thing is that. Are you getting it? So अभी ये दो main concepts समझा आपको. Correct है? Now you can see categorization. Low risk, low to moderate risk, moderate risk, moderately high risk. All these concepts are there. इसके हिसाब से there are different funds. If I say debt mutual funds, fixed income. So what will be the criteria? If I say debt income funds, what will be there? What will be there? Risk is lower, but returns are also lower. Are you understanding? तो इसका benefit कब उठाना है? कि I want fixed income, but I want more returns as compared to a bank. You understood what did I say right now? Because bank में क्या होने वाला है? FDs एक amount commit कर रही है, but अगर debt market चलने लग गया, तो these securities will go up. So these funds will go up. So if these funds go up, what will happen? You will get returns. Are you understanding? So we are just breaking the nature, that is the call which is there. So these are debt funds. Is debt funds clear? जिसमें अलग-अलग types है. You have some duration bonds also. Like there are overnight funds. Sometimes money can be kept. So these vary from 1 day also to 1 year also, Vishal. Are you understanding? So now you will say 1 day के लिए क्यों पैसा रखना है? ये हम लोग के लिए नहीं है. This is specifically for banks. Because उनको 1 day के लिए भी return ज़्यादा मिलेगा. अपने को उसका benefit कम मिलता है. Are you getting it? That is, we say अपने को means we are small investors here. Are you understanding this? On the other hand, this is the fund where we should invest. This is the funds where we should invest, because rather than investing directly in equity, we are investing in an equity fund. With what intention? Profit, correct, over the period of time. Now, I asked your age, right? Sometime back, because I have a case study in front of me. That is one of my student, I teach also. So one of my student, we had a subject of mutual fund management. I am talking about TY, that is third year, and the year is 2017. So I advise my students to start a mutual fund. कोई भी एक mutual fund में डाल दो. I didn't say which fund. Now I will tell you why I am not saying any fund. Because I am not an expert in the mutual fund industry. I am teaching you the concept, but I cannot tell you which funds to go for in 2017. Scenarios are different today. Today we have tools which we can help to suggest, but 2017 में नहीं था. So few of the students asked me कि how should we do it. So one friend of mine has a mutual fund business. I just told him कि just guide them. I didn't say sell them. Guide them. Are you understanding the difference? So he guided them कि ये funds में डाल दो. उसका कुछ उसने commission या nothing he asked. 500 rupees is what that started with. 500 rupees 2017. Now think in this way. In the first half, I use the example of 500 only with you. It's a live case study which is there. I have the WhatsApp chat also. If you feel that I'm just bluffing with here, so I have the facts with that person's example only. So 500 was that investment in 2017. That person today was able to kind of finance for her higher education on its own. Her higher education on its own. She even experienced like her father needed the money. Mutual funds was responsible. This is what I believe is my returns. This is what I believe is my returns. की advice जो दिया है. Like today I am sitting, I am teaching you, I am saying you, I will be happy if say 1 or 2 people of you start making money because of what the class is all about. This is my achievement. Money, whatever is there is separate, but if the advice is proper and the returns are proper to these people, that means you have done your job. So my advice to her was कि तुम इसके थ्रू करो. म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट करने बोला, कौन सा मैंने नहीं बोला. मैं आज भी I told you some time ago, that is before the break, I will tell you to buy shares. Which one is your call? Because that much freedom I have to give to you. It's your money. मेरे को पैसा, it's not my money which I am telling you, or I can pause with that. So that person got invested 500 in 2017 and it went ahead. 6 years later, she was able to pay her MBA fees also and all. No doubt, her investment pattern increased. It's not 500 anymore. Now I want you to tell me the figure, that is her trust in mutual funds. How much is she investing in mutual fund every month, according to you? Assuming now she's taking care of her MBA fees, or her household expenses are also taken care once, or her education was also taken once, What do you think so? Where has the investment right now for it? Just a random guess. It's an auction. 500, 1000, 1500, and that we go ahead. Per month, not per annum. Per month. 10,000. Okay. 20,000. You're close. You're close. 25,000 per month. 2017 में एडवाइस दिया था 500 रुपए से स्टार्ट करने के लिए। अभी कॉन्फिडेंस किसमें आया है? उसमें आया है कि मेरे में आया है? मेरे में नहीं है। मैं तो पहले से कॉन्फिडेंट था। What will I do? मेरे में तो पहले से ही कॉन्फिडेंस है कि म्यूचुअल फंड सही है। Even before Sachin and Dhoni came for the advertisement, mutual fund मेरे लिए सही था। That was there. I myself invest in mutual funds. So, but what I'm trying to say is, people don't know the strength of a mutual fund. If 500 has become 25,000 per month, imagine how much faith is there in 6 years in that fund. How many of you have it now is important. How many of you wish to have it now is important. That's the job of a person who's standing here. The person's job is to make you aware. It's not a finance influencer who's standing here who will tell you कि ये करो वो करो like that. All those guys come on these YouTube channels and all which is there. कि इसमें करो ये करो. That is not my job. My job is to teach. My job is to make you understand till the time you don't understand. आप क्या उसको बार-बार फोन करके पूछते हो क्या कि क्या चल रहा है? What should I do? It's just a recorded thing which is there in front of you. Do you agree? And it's a paid promotion. Did I say कि आप HDFC का ये फंड खरीदो? Imagining HDFC is giving me commission. Have I told you that? Because my role is to be an educator here, which I am doing. I educated that person, invest in mutual fund. किसमें करना है क्या करना है अभी 25,000 के लिए उसने मेरे को नहीं पूछा कि किधर इन्वेस्ट करना है. She is doing. I am happy that the advice was proper. That is my call. Are you understanding? With this only I will say कि when by tomorrow evening, that is whatever you have written in your expectation and all, if you are able to, what do you say, meet your expectation of spending your time with me, and if they meet in the long term, obviously I will be blessed with that. गाली कम मिलेगा, so I will be fine कि हाँ मैंने कुछ तो बराबर से काम किया. वो person को जिसने मैंने पूछा, she still says the same कि आपने वो बोला, I said 60 people the same. क्लास में बोला था, मैंने जाके personally नहीं बोला. वो 60 में से वो अकेले ने इतना follow किया है, still it is a win-win situation for. वो finance influencers 60 में से 60 को convert करते हैं. उतना power नहीं है, but it's fine कि वो 59 नहीं सुन के तुमने 500 का 25,000 किया, not just 2,500. That is achieved. Are you understanding? You know Ramakant Achrekar?
Yes.
You know Ramakant Achrekar? Who's that? Hey, who's that? Who's that? No, I didn't wanted whom he is, but I wanted to know who's Ramakant Achrekar. Cricket coach, right? He has coached Sachin Tendulkar, right? Has he only coached Sachin Tendulkar? Numerous players, right? Some of them became famous, some of them not. But he is satisfied that he coached Sachin Tendulkar, and where Sachin is, like that is the case study for him. You understood what did I mean? Yes. Coming back to this case, things which are there. So mutual funds में अलग-अलग types हैं. I will suggest you guys start investing in an equity mutual fund. There is equity mutual fund, there is debt mutual funds. Both of them work in their period of time. So when it is an equity mutual fund, it will work when the equity markets are doing well. When it is a debt mutual fund, they will work only when the debt market is doing well. Best is this. Best is this. Because ये क्या कर रहे हैं? आपका 100 रुपया है, 60 रुपीस इक्विटी में डाल रहे हैं, 40 रुपीस डेट में डाल रहे हैं. So ये भी बेटर है. तो अगर आप अभी स्टार्ट कर रहे हो कि अभी I said 500, so now थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ गया, so people से भी 500 नहीं सर मैं 1000 रुपए इन्वेस्ट करूंगा. तो एक स्कीम इधर का लो, एक स्कीम इधर का लो. You got it? What did I say? एक स्कीम इधर से ले लो, एक स्कीम उधर से ले लो, स्टिल वो पर्सन है जिंदा जिसने उसको एडवाइस दिया था. आई कैन मेक दैट पर्सन वर्क फॉर यू आल्सो थ्रू दीस गाइस. नॉट मैं कुछ नहीं करूंगा, बट आई एम जस्ट सेइंग कि दैट पर्सन कैन डू. मतलब what you say, the money, see my simple concept is this: wherever a person is giving his money, he is giving his trust to you. That trust should not be broken. There are 10 people who will come and say कि हम लोग के थ्रू करो, ये करो, वो करो. जो जान जिधर खुद का पैसा है उधर ही भरोसा है. It's like that. Okay. So coming back, these funds we have a lot of them. We cover some of them. Like there is like Abhi we are focused, since it's a young crowd batch, we'll focus on these majorly, that is equity mutual funds. Jahan pe there is now you see caps. Reliance is a large cap company. Like Reliance there are many. I will show it to you then. We have this net connection here, right? The net works. So I will show it to you on Google the different categories and all also. That is the funds. कौन सा scheme, कौन सी companies है. 3 funds I will show it to you. Okay, at the moment, so there is large cap funds, all large cap companies, mid cap funds, all mid capital companies, small cap fund. Now, it's like the more the money you have, the more investment opportunities are there for you. अभी जैसे मैंने आपको 500 से स्टार्ट किया था. What did I say for 500? एक म्यूचुअल फंड, then दूसरा म्यूचुअल फंड अभी मैंने 500 से 1000 बोला. What if someone's capacity is 2000 or 2000 per month? So then I will say put 500 in a small cap fund. Because what am I trusting here on? I am trusting on the companies here. So large cap fund में invest मत करो, small cap में invest करो. मैं खाली small cap funds में invest करो. Again, not कौन से fund में invest करो, वो आपको करना है. Why I am saying small cap? Why I am saying mid cap? Because they are growing and their desire is from small cap they can become mid cap, from a mid cap they can become large cap. Large cap से ऊपर तो जाना नहीं. Which means what? If they work, they become small cap से mid cap, our returns will be higher. That is the technical advice. Are you understanding? Don't blindly invest. Invest with an objective. The whole idea of the discussion is this. Are you getting it? Now, avoid this fund, that is sector fund or thematic fund. It's a sector. So, example, IT sector did very well in the COVID time. जैसे ही work from home concept खत्म हो गया, IT sector went up. Real estate sector. It's like once a blue moon sector, then they will go down. You want to invest in a sector fund, FMCG sector is good, but वहाँ पे returns उतने नहीं है. वहाँ पे returns उतने नहीं है. The reason is their FMCG is fast moving consumer goods. Like some of the companies there, as used the example of Britannia is there, ITC, all these are the FMCG sector fund. Pharmaceutical companies. 12 months of the year, 6 or 7 months people are ill, somewhere or the other. Medicines, Sun Pharma. Getting it? What did I say right now? So when we are investing, think in this way. As I said, invest in a business, not a company. Invest in a business. Where will you invest? In those where there is scope. But वो shares में है. Mutual funds में क्या करोगे? एक fund को मतलब एक particular sector को avoid करो. Are you getting it? Like this is the stock market sectors, अलग-अलग sectors है, तो ये avoid करना है. कभी-कभार आप यहाँ पे कर सकते हो banking sector, because ये this sector is the one जहाँ पे सब sectors काम करते हैं. If your banking section is good in a country, economy does well. If your banking system is bad or your financial sector is bad, overall economy gets affected. Clear about it? So coming to this thing, as I said, our people, equity funds are good, equity mutual funds are good. I said the same point, avoid large cap, correct? avoid thematic, as I said, thematic funds or those sector funds. Okay, hybrid funds, because hybrid में क्या होगा? Think. Why am I avoiding you to say hybrid funds? Because 40 rupees debt में जा रहा है. अगर हमारी requirements बहुत सारी है and I need money in that last period of time, so equity will give me faster. Are you understanding? With age, you can think about where to invest. This is as per the age. So as per the age, अभी ये above 65 के age में 60% large cap holder है. But if you see 20 to 30, it is just 30%. Why? Because we want to unleash this thing here. Are you getting it? So as per the age, like as I said, large cap companies, Reliance बंद होने वाला है क्या? नहीं होने वाला है. तो वो safe investment हुआ. But return wise ये ज़्यादा देंगे. So अभी हम लोग returns कमाते हैं. जैसे जैसे age pass आएगा, that is we move in these brackets, we start looking for security. At this moment we take risk, but later on we look for what? Safety and security. Are you understanding in this way? So therefore these percentage are there. They may vary. This is just an example in front of you. Are you understanding? Yes, clear. 100% के हिसाब से. Everyone understood in nutshell what is it? Anyone doubts? Now, major question comes: SIP. How many know what is SIP? I know I put it on the board, but for how many people SIP works? That is, how many have started investing through SIP? It is a simple thing. When you are putting your money in SIP, it is per month you are investing money here. Okay, per month you are investing money here, a specific amount. Therefore, the word is systematic. Okay. Now, one common thing. Abhi, some of you are not having a demat account. The reason is आपके पास PAN card नहीं है. Am I correct or wrong? Like demat account के लिए basic criteria is you have a PAN card which is there. Some of you don't have a PAN card, so you don't have a demat account. In mutual funds, you don't need a PAN card. You only need your Aadhaar details and your PAN details. मतलब don't wait for the time कि I will make a PAN card, then I will come here. So this industry doesn't require you to have a PAN card. It just requires to have a basically your bank details and the Aadhaar as a proof. Which means आपका अगर बैंक अकाउंट है तो आप तुरंत चालू कर सकते हो. Are you getting it? Now when we say systematic investment plan, now this is very good for everyone, especially the salaried person or the working professionals. So what do? Is we decide a date. Every salary is coming on 5th of every month. All expenses are taken care by 10th of every month. So I have kept say 15th of the month as the date. What am I going to do on that 15th? I have purchased. So I have told. Say let's say ICICI mutual fund में मैंने बोल के रखा है 500 rupees मेरे बैंक अकाउंट से डिडक्ट करना और ये म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट करना. Okay, are you understanding what am I doing there? So that is what is SIP. So there are SIPs of 100 rupees also per month. उतना तो affordable है. Okay, different criteria are there in the mutual fund part. So we are saying 100 rupees per month we invest in. Top up is in the same as around. What is the top up? I will come to that. That 500 we give 25,000 is the top up. 500 per month था तो 25,000 वो इन्वेस्ट करिए एक फंड में नहीं करिए अलग अलग फंड्स में करिए जिसमें से 500 रुपया जिसने वो फंड में चालू किया था वहां पे फिर 1000 हो गया तो दैट इज अ टॉप अप. So what happens here is when we are talking about SIP per month a fixed amount will get deducted from your bank account which is instructed by you. So I have instructed say my HDFC bank कि 500 रुपया ये डेट पे जाना चाहिए. इधर जाना चाहिए. This will go in this particular mutual fund. It's called as a mandate or a standing instruction. So I have given a standing instruction to my bank. 500 will get deducted from my bank account. Are you understanding? And at the same time, I have instructed whom? The fund. So I have instructed ICICI fund कि वो 500 के लिए मेरे पास मत आओ, take it from the bank directly. What will the ICICI do when that company is taking that fund is taking that 500 rupees from me, that is through the bank, it is giving me units. So I had to explain you the concept of units here. Now to explain the concept of unit, this works right. I'm taking the same example of ABC here, okay, which I explained you right now. ABC, what was the total investment? 60, right? And suppose now the investments are, now total which is collected by me is 3,000. Total collected by me is 3,000. जिसमें there is 10 rupees from him, 20 rupees from him. Similarly, someone invested 30, 40 rupees. None of them is able to invest 60. Condition is that. Now, ये 6,000 मैंने invest किया. I am that fund who have invested the 6,000 total rupees in the market, for which I got all the shares. Okay, or I got different shares which are there. When I am passing the returns, I can't say what इसने 10 रुपए इन्वेस्ट किया है, इसको शेयर 10 रुपए की देता हूं मैं. जो 10 रुपए के कम वाले शेयर में इन्वेस्टमेंट है वही इसको देना चाहिए. Mutual fund will become mad. Okay, mutual fund will become mad. So what it is doing it? It is dividing as per a concept which is called as NAV. That is net asset value. It is dividing as per NAV. So what is happening is NAV of a mutual fund is 15 rupees. NAV of a mutual fund is 15 rupees. So if it is 15 rupees, what is going to happen? If his investment is 10 rupees, it will be 10 divided by 15. Whatever it is, points में भी आएगा तो भी चलेगा, उतना units उसको मिलेगा. Are you understanding? किसी ने 20 rupees invest किया है, so 20 upon 15. So I hope you are understanding this. It's a whatever it is. Sometimes ऐसा होगा कि NAV 600 का है, NAV 600 का है, आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट 500 रुपया पर मंथ है, you will get less than 1 unit also. But you are valuable as a mutual fund. Are you understanding? Is there is no kind of bifurcation in this. Is this clear? What is a NAV? Everyone understood an NAV? How will the NAV increase? When the share prices of that fund increases, wherever it is investment, I'll show you the mutual funds that is through the net. I'll come to that slide. I'll show it to you. Are you understanding how it is going? Yes. Is it clear to you? So this NAV is there now. So we are still on the SIP concept. Even non-payment on a particular month is allowed, which means what? Sometimes अभी बैंक क्या करती है ना, 2 days before the date, so before 15, 2 days before बैंक एक मैसेज देती है कि ये डेट पे न्यूज आपका होने वाला है. That is, बैंक भी देती है, at the same time the mutual fund company will send a message to you, kind of a alert कि 2 दिन में ये डेबिट होने वाला है. Keep that funds in that account. अगर नहीं हुआ तो भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, वो मंथ का यूनिट्स आपको नहीं मिलता. Are you understanding? वो महीने का यूनिट्स आपको नहीं मिलेगा. So you will not get say 10 units, 2 units, वो मंथ नहीं मिलेगा. अगले महीना पैसा रखा, वो मंथ का यूनिट्स मिलेगा. Difference you understand? So therefore the word is what? Non-payment is there. सिर्फ म्यूचुअल फंड में एक चीज याद रखना, you have 500 today, next month आपके पास 700 है, उसके बाद 500 है, तो it's not going to go like this. It will be 500 always. अगर आपने टॉप अप किया है और 1000 रखा है, तो हर मंथ 1000 ही कट होने वाला है. So be careful in that. Okay. Now You will ask me what is the advantage of SIP? You understood what is an SIP, right? What do you think so will be the advantage of SIP? So if I say this, let's assume this example. Let's assume these numbers. What do you observe here? You have 12,000. See, on 1st January, you are investing 12,000 entirely. Two ways you can invest in mutual fund. One is called as lump sum payment and one is called as SIP option. So हम लोग दोनों एक बार देख लेते हैं the benefit of SIP. Lump sum में क्या हो रहा है? In one go you are investing 12,000. 12,000 divided by NAV is 1,000. How many units have you got? अभी उल्टा करते हैं. Per month 1,000 रुपए डालते हैं. Per month 1,000 रुपए डालते हैं. Now when we are putting in the market, what is going to happen is this. What do you observe? I have written for 12 months, 1,000 rupees per month. But you can see NAV. What is the NAV? It is 1,000. It has gone down to 950. It has gone to 1,001. यहाँ पे markets correction में है. Correct or wrong? Yes. Check here also. I said some time ago. You can get it to that point level also. You can see this. Yes. यहाँ पे units 12. यहाँ पे almost 15, right? Advantage. Therefore, go for SIP. Are you understanding what is SIP now? How many of you were not aware of SIP? A lot, right? A lot of you guys were not aware. Not this much. Now is it clear? That's what you say. That's the whole idea of these sessions, to make people aware about what is. So, if possible, along with what you spend on McDonald's and all, start spending 500 in a mutual fund as investment. Simple as that. Okay. Different mutual fund schemes and all are there. You can start thinking as per your goals. Got it? Now, these are the 3 S in the mutual fund. I have already completed this SIP. Right or wrong? Now, STP. What do you observe here? STP refers to, so this is say ICICI only, but उनका ये एक scheme अलग है, ये scheme अलग है. Okay, this scheme is doing well right now. This scheme is doing well right now as compared to which scheme you have invested. Are you understanding? So we can have the opportunity of investing from this funds there. We had done before the break. What had we done before the break? We was monitoring the portfolio and making changes, revision in the portfolio. This is that step. You understood this? You are trusting the fund and you know कि ये scheme में ज़्यादा benefit है rather than the existing scheme which is going on. So that is what we call as the STP, that is systematic transfer plan. Clear? Let's go to SWP, that is withdrawal plan. Now I have invested systematic transfer plan. This is investment plan. Now we are talking about withdrawal. So when we talk about withdrawal, I need money, but I don't need money in one go. I need money in parts. That is withdrawal I want in timely intervals. That is what is a systematic withdrawal plan. Helpful for whom? Retired people. Helpful for retired people. So अगर आप यहाँ से चालू करोगे, you can move here in your retirement phases. Have you understood this? STP, SWP, SIP, clear? Yes? Okay. Can you go ahead? Now, basically, again, the whole exercise which we were doing, still we are here. That is, I'm still in this world only. We started that with goals. You have written your goals also, right? In your books. So identify your goals first. Okay. Then risk. How much risk can you take? Because based on risk, your investment patterns will change. Then the types of funds for that. Okay. Then basically this is the revision part. So sorry, this is what we are talking about, the which one? STP. Yes, that was transfer. Whether we are able to reach the goals or not. Got it? Only thing here is, if you are keeping 100% patience in equity, 120% patience in mutual fund is required. Why? I'll repeat again. If you are keeping 100% faith or patience in equity, 120% patience is required in mutual funds. So they will work a bit slower as compared to your actual equity stocks. Plus, it is also taking what with it. As I said, in the stock market, 4,000 stocks are. Not all 4,000 are working in one day. Like you have a cricket team of 11 players, right? Do all 11 perform on a day? Do all 11 perform on a day? That's what the fund is also about. So sometimes you need to keep a bit of trust in a mutual fund which is there. Yes, these are some of the criteria to understand. I'll show it to you them. Like we will go live and we'll see 2-3 funds right now. Just completing this part and we'll do that. Okay? This is what is the most useful thing also. That also I will show it to you there. That is how a fund is checked. This is a good company. There are two good companies where you can check your mutual fund. As I said, 2017 में उसके पास उतना tools नहीं है जो आज उसके पास है in 2023. So we are talking about a company. There are two companies which are very good in mutual funds analysis part. One is known as Morningstar, which we will also see right now, and there is Value Research. Okay, Morningstar and Value Research are the two good companies which data we can rely on. Are you getting it? This grid and all I will explain you there when we go to the website. Okay, at the moment you can see this categories, at least both of these. There are categories which is there, large, mid and small, and we can see say value, blend and growth. This when you do it like so basically this is what I have kept this PDF also as a reference for you. So this is how their box looks like, and they classify a fund in this like this. Are you understanding this? We saw that fund in the PPT, right? So in the box in the PPT, so they can put a particular scheme in these parameters. Okay, and these parameters are like this being judged by them. Will we have time to read all of them? No. But what we can do is we can just check which grid it is there. I will share this with you. You can read it on your own. But just helping you out how it will go. Everyone with me understanding mutual funds. Is it going fast? These are the measures, how we use it, that is the application part. Today we are not doing questions on this. Tomorrow I will show these calculations also. Okay, tomorrow's class, the afternoon class, that is when you guys come from your heavy lunch and all, tomorrow is more on writing. Today was more understanding, tomorrow is more on practical. So those who didn't get the books today, please get books and pens, if possible your calculators also, because tomorrow a lot of calculation based things are there. even derivatives. Okay, so be alert for tomorrow. As we are not closing yet. Ruko. I know it's 12 o'clock in my watch, but continuously I'm also watching my watch also. Still, some minutes you have to bear me for today. Again, tomorrow you have to bear me. This is there. But I hope at least that 4 hours of whatever lecture, or 3 hours of lectures which we are having, it's making some sense at least to some people. Okay? Fine. Let's go ahead. This thing we will do tomorrow. That is calculation based things. Okay. This slide, this thing which is there, you have these different, what I wanted to show you is the different, so basically SBI, you know as a bank, correct? The company which manages the fund is called as AMC. The company, so SBI Mutual Fund is a separate entity of SBI Bank, that is called as AMC. Are you getting it? ऐसे बहुत सारी schemes companies है. Value research पे हम लोग जाएंगे तो you see that उनके अलग-अलग schemes है. So what you can observe here is sometimes now I do read a lot of newspapers also. How many of you read it? Okay. So no promotion activity. Times of India is not going to give me anything. The paper called is Wealth. Okay. Have you seen this paper? Anyone of you? Economic Times. It comes on every Monday. Monday, that is weekly paper. 8 rupees is the paper. It is a very good paper. This article is taken from there. Now, I know for some of you at least, you will not understand everything in the paper. So do I. We are human beings here. But at least start putting 8 rupees at least on yourself to buy this paper. Start reading it throughout the week. Isme, if you just if you see in the paper, there are different opinions given. You get to know like all the market situation. Like this one page is there where you have all the loans, deposits, every figure, every information useful as per the understanding. So if possible, week में एक बार I think 8 rupees for a week is fair enough, right? उतना तो is fair enough. So you get these papers like I remember in COVID time and all, the edition was limited. Now you get it in almost everything. Once a week it comes, Monday to Monday. Each Monday it is there. It could be you start buying it at least. फिर पढ़ना चालू करो. Buying it, पढ़ना चालू करोगे तो कुछ समझ में आएगा. Maybe there are 6 articles. उसमें से एक तो समझ सकते हैं. Okay, it's a very good thing. Coming back, so these are, if you see companies, as I told you, there is buy, sell going on, fresh buys are going on. Now this is as per our advice. So this is the advice which some of the mutual funds are doing, where you see what is good or bad in that. Okay, so like that things are also happening in the mutual fund industry. IPO process. Now what we do is, since we are on the topic of mutual funds, we will go to that mutual fund concept only right now. Since we are fresh, IPO, if possible, I do it now, or we will do it tomorrow. Like your shares already have to be issued tomorrow, the working part. So we will now focus on mutual funds only. I'll show you the website, and then we will separate the way from today. So that at least that much concept is there in your mind. What will you do today? Out of the, if I go back to this slide. Where all concepts are here? What all concepts have we done today? Can I put it? So you guys will say I'll put a tick. Okay, so that ऐसा ना हो whatever is promised is not delivered to you. Right? So have we done this? Yes. Right. Agreed, right? Did we do this? Yes. Yes. Did we do this? Yes. Yes. Did we do this? Yes. We started a bit late. Correct. We started a bit late. Now some of them are interlinked. Like this and this is interlinked. So this can go tomorrow. Are you understanding? Trading procedure. Risk and returns भी उसमें से ही आएगा. ये करोगे तो risk and returns आएगा. or field derivatives and a bit of cryptocurrency. So we are, what you say, kind of still on track with what is there. By tomorrow, let's see whether all tricks are there. If nothing, to let me know if there is pending. At the moment, this is where we are, okay, of your whatever time we have taken. Okay, so just to end this with, okay, live example here. Now, earlier when there was mutual funds, in the earlier mutual funds, one thing which was missing was transparency. Okay, now what I share with you right now, like I have shown you what is your PDF, the cutting which was there, where we see कि mutual funds ने कहाँ पे invest किए, किसमें there was a exit, किसमें there was a new buy, किसमें there was a thing which was there. Now earlier mutual funds were not sharing this information. So earlier mutual fund was not sharing this information. So people felt there is lack of transparency. So now it is everywhere official what is to be done. Now you see what, you see where the investments are. Like कौन से कंपनी में invest किया है, क्या किया है, but एक part उसमें missing है. What is that? And because of that they are surviving. What will be that? Think. Mutual fund. Mutual fund is telling you, I have bought this share, but I am saying something is missing out here. The entry point or the exit point. Why? उनका business बंद हो जाएगा. If they tell you कि हमने shares ये price पे खरीदे हैं, तो why will not you buy at that time? They also need to earn returns, right? Use the example of Rakesh Jhunjhunwala here. Imagine he is a mutual fund. So what is he doing? He was buying the share, which we will learn tomorrow fundamentally. Fundamental analysis में कैसे वो buy करते थे shares. He used to buy shares at a lower price. Shares pick up करते थे and then he used to exit. वो mutual funds करते हैं. We are getting it, the information at a very late period of time. Are you understanding this? Yes, no? Clear? Okay. So here if you see one example, now there is say different ratings. So they have classified a mutual fund as what? Gold, silver, bronze, like these things are there. Are you getting it? So let's go for gold. Okay. Now in this, as we see, we can see fund houses, which I had shown you there that that PDF which was there, the different companies which was there, correct or wrong? Same names है, say Aditya Birla, there is Axis, BNB, here are बहुत सारी companies है, okay? Let's say pick up HDFC. HDFC में भी अलग-अलग categories है. Now categories are already explained. What was it? Mid cap, large cap, small cap. So let's pick up, say a equity वाला fund only, okay? Or let's say let's pick up a small cap company. So like this you can do your kind of research on what is going on. Now this is one thing which you can see about, that is the star rating. Okay, now no doubt government there, star rating is good, but sometimes these star ratings, like 5 stars are the highest stars. These are 5, 5 stars are the highest stars, then 4, 3, ऐसा अलग-अलग rating है. Are you getting it? Like this you can see that 140 results. बहुत सारे. So No doubt this is for SBI, this is a common thing. I have not made the filter mode yet, but I hope you are understanding how it looks. I can open any one of you and just show it to you. So at the moment here there is nothing in this category. Are you ready? Because I have put this all purchase mode and all. You can do your FNA this thing also. So you can go through this also, and if you see this, here are different HDFC funds. Okay, one way you can go for this. Now this thing also I have explained you, open-ended, closed-ended structure, right or no? Now what I want you to see is how it looks like. Okay, so you can see here there are many results there. I'll just open one for your reference because let's talk about this growth plan and HDFC equity fund. Now, when I was talking about transparency, how to use this transparency. At the same time, I will try this also. So you can see this website is also very good. You can see this, they are classified as funds to grow wealth, to save tax, regular income. Again, the same three concepts were there. Work is the same concepts before the break. Criteria, so we are just doing the same. Again, star rating is there. Correct? Risk factor is given. Returns are given. Okay. I'll just open this fund also here. And at the same time, you will go in this thing also so you understand it better. Grid, explain. Right? I explain you grid part. Now see this. This is important. That is the time. Why? The longer the mutual fund, the more settled the mutual fund. Are you understanding? The longer the mutual fund, the more settled the mutual fund. So, पहला condition ये है. Data. Second is expense ratio. Giving you criteria. Lower the expense ratio, better. ये सब चीजें आपको filter करने आ सकती है. You can do all the filtrations there tomorrow's class. You will do all these stuff when we do live. Okay, within the market class. Okay, so that time we will understand it. Expense ratio also. How can you filter that? अभी आप देखो मेरे को time लगा to find these things. Tomorrow it will be faster because we will use it. Then what you observe is load. Load refers to the entry and the exit load. Brokerage. Okay. Now what I want you to see is ये मैंने आपको बता दिया था, right? Last. Now portfolio. When I say portfolio, just see detailed portfolio. What I want you to see in the detailed portfolio is nothing but check this. Names of the companies which are there, which was not present earlier. What do you observe here is where is the investment? Look where is the investment. ये मैंने large cap बोला है, growth model बोला है. Companies. ये अभी आप देखो ये सारे शेयर आप एक साथ buy कर सकते हो. But अगर आपने ये fund खरीदा, indirectly you are getting investment in that. Are you understanding? This 100% में ये लोग ने कैसे कैसे invest किया है वो दिख रहा है. Are you getting it? Getting it? How to understand a mutual fund? How to read a mutual fund here? Same way. Let's see this. Again, portfolios here. Where are they investing? You can, as I said, these both websites you can use for reference. So, sector-wise holding you can see कहाँ पे investment है, top holdings like Indian Hotels Company, which who's the owner? Indian Hotel Companies. Find out and tell me more if you want. Apollo Tyres. So basically, 4,000 companies becomes a bit now easier for us when we are investing in a mutual fund. Which one to go for? Also, I have helped you with this. Are you getting it? Is this clear? Should we call it a day today? Yes, all good. Everyone understood this. Do I see all of you tomorrow, or is there going to be a presentation for tomorrow? All of us? Then they will have a logistic issue. If I get more of us, I think more of us. Or we can't. But is it fruitful what we did today? Whatever we learned, was it new concepts? Have you understood it? Is the speed trying to talk? Tomorrow shares, tomorrow shares, derivatives, and the okay? See you tomorrow. Right?
Thank you. Hello, thank you. As we wrap our enriching day one financial analytics workshop, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Prasad Nayak for being the driving force behind today's session. We are truly grateful for your dedication and the time you invested in making today's workshop both informative and engaging. We are really highly anticipating that, as you said, we see more people on the second day, and we are excited to see what we have in store for us tomorrow. And once again, thank you so much. Can we have a good round? Thank you, sir. Also requesting everybody to have a seat. We'll move one by one, there will be someone who will take you. Collect your refreshments and then you are leaving. So please move.